No phone, no micro.
Good evening, everyone,
okay.
and welcome to the 2020 senior night for our Wethersfield football team, dance team, and cheerleaders.
If anybody's currently watching this live stream, we're just
We'd like to begin the
we're doing
evening
nothing
by
so far
recognizing
because we
the
got nothing
Maloney
to
High
do
School football
other
seniors.
than act like it's
They
Valley
are
Forge
Trevor
out here
Santiago,
in Freeze.
Camp
My name is
Moreno,
Jimmie Clark, joined alongside me for the first time, my longtime friend and sports aficionado here, Riley D'Amato. He will be bringing you color tonight. We want to make a disclaimer, the cast box has been canceled due to how the system works for using cast box. We lose our hands out here. So tonight is also special because we do happen to have the Middletown roster. However, it's currently on the ground and our bones have become brittle from the cold. Riley, now the official Danger Ranger here, going in to try and grab my clipboard. Thank you, Riley.
We'd like to begin the evening by recognizing
tonight is senior night and a very important
games, Miss Henry.
Very important night here for senior night. Miss Colco appears to be motioning to us from just beyond.
Miss Henry is a special part of our football program. To thank her for her ongoing support, the senior boys would like to honor her. And tonight, our team mom,
so
Miss
here we
Henry,
go.
will
we
be
got
escorted by all of her senior boys.
All right, and we will let you enjoy the ceremony in peace. Hold this for a second. Thank you.
And now we would like to acknowledge our football managers. Beginning with Serena Consul. Serena is escorted by her father Mark and her brother AJ.
I'm a little busy right now.
Next, Alexa and Domenico. Alexa is escorted by her parents, Joe and Amy, and her brother, Joey. Next is Caitlin Nardella. Caitlin is escorted by her mother, Liz, and brother, Justin. Next is Captain Manager Isaac Santos. Isaac is being escorted by his mom, Belkis Lovera, and father, Santiago Santos, brother Ramon, as well as Coach McKinnon and Coach Leonard.
That's probably the one manager we're all going to cheer for. Just because he's Isaac.
And now we'd like to recognize our captains and senior Connor Pace. Escorted by his parents, Maggie and Paul, his brother Andrew, and grandparents Paul and Janet. Next is Captain Jacob Rivera. Jacob is escorted by his parents, Jessica and Jamie, and brother Jaden. Next, Captain Jake Whitaker. Jake is escorted by his parents, Melissa and Todd, his sister Victoria, and brothers Luke and Zach. And next, our senior Ryan Barazzi. Ryan is escorted by his parents, Janine and Jason, his sister Gabrielle, and his brother Jason. Next, Jacob User. Jacob will be escorted by his parents Allison and David, along with his brother Logan and sister Evelyn. Next is Arup Das. Arup is escorted by his father, Macarius, and his brother, Jeff.
Is Shannon down there?
Next, Sean Donahue, escorted by his mother, Karen, his father, Steve, brother, Jake. Next is Kyle Edmond. Kyle is escorted by his parents, Jennifer and Ron. Next is Nate Estefanos, escorted by his parents, Abraham and Felice, and his sister Elizabeth. Next is Joe and Janino, escorted by his mother Tracy, sister Caitlin, and brothers Johnny and Nick.
Putting the sucker off. I want in. I don't want out. I don't care. I do.
Next is Robert Mazzeri, escorted by his parents, Paul and Agatha, and his brother, Henry.
I do have mittens like
Next is Johnny Orsini, escorted by his parents, Michael and Kelly, and his brother, Michael. Next is Anthony Pitts, escorted by his mother, Aisha Ball. Next is Mike Pugliese, escorted by by his mother, Bobby Gilbert, his brother Kyle, his sister Mandy Gonzalez, and grandparents Dennis and Teresa. Next is Ryan Salemi, escorted by his father Anthony, stepmom Jen, sisters Kendall, Paisley, and Bree, his grandparents Jim and Janet Salemi, his mother Jennifer, and Dana Lewis, as well as brothers Evan and Jared. Next is Matt Silver, escorted by his parents Becky and Brian and sister Libby. Next is Tyron Watt, escorted by his mom Jackie Richardson and his sister Brianna. Next is Dylan Zerblis, escorted by his parents Cindy and Bill, and grandfather Sal and Thierry. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the class of 2020, your Wethersfield football seniors.
I don't know, are we allowed to start yet?
And now we would like to recognize our senior dance team. We have one senior tonight, Rebecca Sullivan. Rebecca Sullivan is escorted by her parents, Jay and Stacy, and sister Abby. And now our senior cheerleaders, Alexia Lopez, escorted by her parents, Tara and Josue, and brother Isaac. Next, Emma Regis, escorted by her parents, Rachel and Danny, sister Olivia, and brother Daniel.
How was that?
I think the babies too.
Wait, we gotta put our stuff up.
Next is Cassandra Vasquez, escorted by her mother Lolita, father Felipe, Alberto Vasquez. And our last escorted by her parents, Dorothy and Jim, her brother Patrick, and sisters Chelsea and Seneca.
Thank you. You are welcome. Oh, Kyle. Amber. Hi, nice to meet you.
Pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the class of 2020 dance team and cheerleaders.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've just wrapped up with the senior night ceremonies here. Once again, if you're just joining us, my name is Jimmie Clark, providing you play-by-play, voice of WHS Athletics. Alongside me, longtime friend and also a sports fanatic here, Riley D'Amato, providing color. Josh could not be joining us here tonight. Riley, you know, your first time doing this. What do you really expect coming into a game like this, you know, second to last home game of the year?
I expect to be cold.
You would not be wrong here, folks. If you are here with us live tonight, oh man, are you in for something? It is freezing cold tonight. We can't even feel we can't even feel our toes down here. We got hand warmers and everything, still can't feel bones. Can't even bend our knees. That's how cold it feels out here tonight. I've got 2 jackets, a hoodie, and some flannel on here.
Of course.
Riley's been layering. I know that for a fact. And some hardy fans out here, I expect to probably have been layering. Previously tonight, our cameraman in lieu of Riley will be Emmett. He is our cameraman tonight, standing behind, bringing you all the view of tonight's game. It's Wethersfield and Maloney, and tonight the tail of the tape, really, you've seen CT Varsity, which works with the Hartford Current, recently published, coming into this week, they published a championship bracket and a playoff picture for all the classes. Wethersfield topping out at the number 5 spot, Maloney topping out at the number 6. So if the season ended tonight and we didn't play, Wethersfield and Maloney would still play each other in a first round matchup in the Class L tournament.
So, as he's saying, this is a very close game today.
I really don't expect anything other than a close game tonight. Apparently, this has only been announced to me that I heard this morning that this is a little bit of a rivalry. Not really a tense one, but just a small rivalry due to the way these teams have played. Both teams saying there was dirty play a couple of years ago for the past few years, and now
They're called from here in Florida.
I don't.
Yep. All right, so I gotta try and finagle my way here.
He's going down.
I'm on the move. I'm mobile.
Oh, your son.
Both have 1 loss. Maloney's is Newington.
Where do you need me?
Ours is
Right here in
strong
front of
teams.
these cameras when he has you on.
So
And
apparently
Jimmie.
they want me down here to talk to the cameras up there. As you can see, clearly I've been layering. I actually got a second jacket for tonight, so I've been mobilized out towards the field. It's a beautiful night for football, clear skies. But apparently what is happening is what we didn't think was going to happen was going to be the cold. The cold, definitely, we were not expecting it to be this bad today. Apparently Miss Coco wanted me to stand out here, who is our director, wanted me to stand out here in front of a group of people for some reason, apparently. Just to kind of stand here. I don't really know what I was supposed to do, but we're still bringing you some pre-game action here. I don't believe this 1 second, but We're standing here about 18 minutes away from game time. We're ready to get started. Wethersfield Maloney, and a tight game and a little bit of a tense one, but not as tense as you might think for a rivalry game. Again, both teams saying there's a little bit of dirty play the past couple of years. Maloney wearing the white tonight with some green, looking more like a Michigan State University kind of uniform. Wethersfield, of course, in the faithful blue with white trim on the lettering, blue lettering as well with that. So a preview for tonight's game. Again, 5th and 6th in the state playoff rankings, ranked by CT Varsity. I'm not sure if I have the go-ahead yet to go back upstairs, really, and try and sit out by the fence. I'm just going to wait on that signal here. About 17 and a half minutes to go until the game. The band filing in. We're not here last week, but as of right now, they are here tonight, as well as the cheerleaders. We'll have a halftime performance. We'll have the works for senior night tonight. When we return, we should be bringing you a little bit more play-by-play, and I will probably be back up joining Riley in trying to bring the action for tonight's game. Thank you. Thanks.
I have to go.
Hi. Oh, does she want?
You stay there.
Oh, she wants both of us down
Yeah.
there? Oh boy.
Let's go. Fun.
All right, we're back, and there's two of us. We've got double trouble here.
Of course.
Out in front of the stands. Why? I don't know. Miss Coco put us up to it.
Thank you, Coco.
There is no ransom money. There's nothing anyone can do to help save us from being out here.
But as we have around 15 minutes to go, we're just trying to buy time.
We really are trying to bide our time here. Just waiting for this game to get underway. Riley, what do you really expect out of tonight's game? I know you asked and you said it was going to be cold, but what do you really expect out of these two teams coming in here? Somewhat of a new rivalry, not as tense as the Newington or any of the other ones we have.
Alright. But I really am looking for more of a defensive game. Both teams have one loss. Well, we have a hand loss. They have a loss to Newington, and Newington is very close to us. So I really think that this could be a very close game and down to the wire.
Well, what I would love to see is, I know that
I feel horrible.
apparently we've been interrupted in the pregame show this evening. We've been interrupted. Here's Miss Coco, our absolutely lovely director, who's been directing us from the start tonight. But what I'm looking to see is I'm looking for Coach McKinnon. I know he's more of a defensive-oriented coach.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on him to maybe utilize the Silver and Pace connection going down the field like he did in the Daniel Hand game in the early season games. I know that, I get it. There is game film and you can look at that and see that that's coming a mile away, but I would love to see Coach McKinnon utilize it here tonight against Maloney, try and get some easy points and maybe burn those defenders on maybe some flea flickers here.
In this cold game, Orsini, I think, is an X factor, obviously.
Oh,
Getting this
definitely.
run game to get going while it's cold.
Well, you do know, we've got our hands completely red almost. We've got our hand warmers in hand. We're really just actually waiting on this to...
I think they're coming down.
Hopefully
The refs are coming, so, yep. Probably go back up.
All right, so I believe we're going to go back up there with the refs coming down for the pregame. Well, we are going to walk back up. Excuse me?
It was senior night, so we got to go out in the like Emily's doing a switching right now.
Oh, Emily's helping you out?
She's in there, and then you guys are swapping it out.
All right, so we're back upstairs. You don't have to look at us anymore.
Funny.
Tell the children they can no longer need to avert their eyes.
You good?
I got a bit of a cold. Of course. Yeah, great time being out here for a cold and a cold day, waiting for some football to start up. And it's not even the Thanksgiving game. We got probably 2 games to go. 2 guaranteed games, probably because the first round playoffs. We'll probably have that. We do have Hall. But then again, if we beat Hall, we definitely have 2 more games guaranteed.
Pretty much.
The band is gearing up, so we will try our very best to be loud this evening
Of
for
course, because they are so.
Oh,
No.
they definitely are.
Here comes the Maloney coming down.
Yeah, if you look off towards the gates of Catone Field,
Maloney is coming down, getting ready to
ready to try and play some football here.
go.
So we've got Maloney wearing a white jersey, green lettering, no trim on the lettering, I do believe, looking more like a Michigan State Spartans away jersey, really, than any high school jersey I've ever seen. Again, Weathersfield will be in the old reliable, I will call them. They stick with what works. Good old blue jerseys, white lettering, no trim on that. Or actually, it is blue lettering with a white trim on it. And so down comes the Maloney. I believe they're
Ladies and gentlemen, could
Spartans
you
as well.
I think they
please,
made it.
if you are a mom with a football jersey, please return
That is what they've
to the
done.
concession stand
So you've got the Maloney
or the
Spartans,
table
is what I believe
near
they
the
are.
southern end zone.
I knew Middletown was the
So
Blue
if you have
Dragons.
one
That
of
was pretty
the
creative.
senior jerseys on, if you please
Maloney
return
probably
your
could
You can't say
white
the Eagles
shirt.
are creative though. That's
You can't, but then again, Maloney did kind of take a college team and run with it.
Hey,
But I mean, high school teams are not copyrighted by professional logos.
they're not copyrighted?
I don't believe they are.
No, like how we have basically the
We have pretty much the Philadelphia Eagles logo. We got the Wofford, or no, the upside down Minnesota Golden Gophers logo in a different color out at the 50-yard line. We have it in blue and upside down.
No, it's not upside down. It's just facing the other way. There we go.
Ah, yes, yeah. So if you look at it from the visitor bench, it's Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Blue Gophers.
Oh, we are the Blue Gophers tonight.
Of course. And here's the
Now all we
band.
got to do is win a championship, and then in hockey, and then we're really Minnesota.
Hockey, of course.
And the Ride of the Valkyries here being played. It looks like trying to coax the Eagles down to the field. We have not seen them arrive yet.
We have not, but they definitely went in a lot later.
Well, they definitely did because of that Senior Day ceremony. As you can see, Maloney down there trying to stay warm at least. With some jumping jacks. Maybe we should be trying that up here on the metal bleachers. I know there's not room, but it could work. We might. It looks like we had a knocked down hot chocolate somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Someone had spilled their hot chocolate on our beautiful, beautiful wiring. So Miss Coco's not going to be happy with that one.
Not at all.
But you know what? The only thing that matters is that I or you were not at fault for that accident.
We were not. We were together.
We were together forever.
Don't say that.
But yeah, I won't. I don't plan on it.
Should be coming down any minute.
They should be. We promise. They are a real football team, and they will be joining us. You've seen our other broadcasts. You would definitely see that they are very good at football. Number 5 in the state, in fact. Now, what I did like from seeing that bracket,
CCC or state?
I believe it was state because of the class
Okay, the
bracket.
class, yeah. Okay.
But what happened was, what I really did like out of that, Hand is not the number 1 team in the class.
They're not.
There is another number 1 team that is in the class. I don't quite remember the name. I know it started with an F. Might have either been Farmington or something. But it's another team in the class. Top team in that bracket. Daniel Hand coming out at the number 2. So
Wow.
Something must have happened to the Daniel Hand season, or that team is just going to have to be very good at playing the game. Which, from looking at how they played Weathersfield, I doubt there's a lot of teams that can come close to hitting 14 points on Daniel Hand.
Of course, because we got 13, so.
We did. Trust us, Weathersfield is a very talented team. If you haven't watched one of these broadcasts before, you are in for a treat this evening here. I believe tonight
St. Joseph.
It is St. Joseph. Wow, I was off by a bunch of letters.
And then Hand, and then St. Thomas, Darien, Southington. This is like all top level too, like double L.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, this is max prep.
Yeah. We're class L, right?
I believe so. If Hand is,
Yeah, it is
Hand
St.
is
Joseph.
in our class. So.
Yeah, so we're 5. St. Joseph, Hand, New Canaan, Wilton, Weathersfield, Maloney, Notre Dame, West Haven.
Yep. And you would think with the band playing, you would believe the team would be coming down Probably getting a last-minute pep talk from Coach Melizia or Coach McKinnon.
He has a voice left.
Oh yeah, Coach Melizia, fun fact, will lose his voice on the weekends.
Of course.
Rest it all week just so he can yell at the football players the next week. It's a fantastic coaching strategy.
It is dedication.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for
And it
him.
has. They've been doing well, so something's going right.
They obviously know something we don't. Or maybe they're taking the United States Marine method. That very well could be.
It could.
It could be taking the Full Metal Jacket way into doing that with Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. They've brought Arlie Ermey back from the grave to lead the team. Oh, hello. As apparently the camera has been pointed at us.
Thank you, Emmett. Fine.
We're breaking the fourth wall once again. It's another week. Another week, another fourth wall break.
Are they coming down eventually? Come on.
It looks like we might need one of those SpongeBob time cutaways.
That would be perfect.
We might need one of those.
We're live. We can't do that, Jimmie.
Oh, we cannot jump time. I'm sorry, folks.
If we could, we would.
This has probably been the funniest pregame we have ever done.
Wow.
It's so
It's
cold.
definitely the funniest I've ever done.
Oh yeah.
Because I
It's
don't have
the
much
only one
competition.
you've ever done.
Hey. Don't take that from me. Don't take it.
Dude, I will. It's probably so cold we have
Is it
whatever
mitosis?
altitude sickness you get climbing Mount Everest. We've probably got whatever that is. So we're going completely wacky this evening. We've given no effort into the pregame. We want you to know we are here so we can call this game, and then we're all going home.
Of course.
Except for, except for me. I'm heading right to the Irish home. Heading right to the Irish American Club.
No.
So certainly a cold evening here. I'm trying to get back on more of a serious note. If there is St. Joseph's, I believe it was?
Yeah, that was on top.
If it's St. Joseph that is on top and Wethersfield does not have them on the schedule at all, if it's St. Joe's on top, how good do you think St. Joe's has to be at a 7-0 record?
Their hand is also a 7-0.
I think it would be a clash of the Titans kind of thing.
It really would.
If they went off to states, and I would love to see both of them play in the state finals if Wethersfield doesn't make it.
Yeah, just by looking at their schedule, the lowest points they scored in a game is 45.
Oh yeah,
And the most they've given up is 14.
Yeah.
So they are doing something right.
The St. Joe's and Daniel Hand, I think, would have to be a defensive game. If anything, because if you've seen them play, they're both high-powered, high-flying offenses. It's the air raid type of style if you've seen Hand. And I imagine St. Joe's is the same, unless they've got someone like Johnny Orsini, but if Johnny Orsini was on steroids, they have someone that can run the ball almost like a professional.
Of course.
If they have one of those, they can definitely use a run offense.
Some good news for us, the cheerleaders are lining up, which means they should be here any minute, hopefully.
The paper... Jimmie! Hello there!
Hello!
Well, I believe my blanket has fallen. No, it has not. So that was a member of the Wethersfield Fire Department. We do thank the Wethersfield Fire Department for all they've done around the town, as well as the rest of the Wethersfield Town First Responders. We want to get that out of the way right about now. Tonight's game sponsor is Judson Family Chiropractic. Some other sponsors are the Santo Driving School, as well as MAO Electric Wethersfield, and Cedar Mountain Stone and Mulch. I'm trying to fill for time, Riley. I got no other strategy. We're not doing cast box. We can't take a break tonight.
Damn. I really assumed that we'd have a little less time to do this, but once we get to the game, I can promise the commentary will be going.
Oh, the commentary will be so much better. You just really do have to stick through us. If you can't handle us at this point, you don't deserve us at the first quarter.
Come on.
So if you don't know anything about Riley and I, we're both the class clowns, essentially.
Of course.
Okay.
Anyways.
That's our also fellow Blue Eagle anchor, Christian Semino, if we are to throw anybody under the bus for anything.
Thank you, Christian. Very cool.
It's him.
Oh, here. Yeah. are they?
No, it is not. No.
I'm getting too hopeful.
And even the EMTs are taking a hint off the weather. They're climbing into the ambulance. They're turning on the heater. They are going to sit in there probably. Nah, man, we've learned how to do this. We promise. We've called many a JV game so far this year.
And tomorrow we still have that?
Yes, tomorrow we still have, I believe, also Maloney, 10 a.m. Do come out and support the Eagles right after that. Around 12 p.m. will be a field hockey scrimmage game.
Against?
I do not remember who it is against, but I mean, if it is, it is at Catone.
Right,
so
perfect.
do stay for that. Field hockey's got a scrimmage.
And they have one loss this year?
One loss. They've got almost a perfect record.
So
I think it's around a 15-1 season.
A big bounce back from what's happened before.
Well, I mean, last year they were also a good team. They beat Glastonbury.
But from 2 years ago, they were.
2 years ago, they were not so good. Remember, they haven't won the championship since the year 1980.
Yeah.
So they won right at the beginning of that psychedelic era.
They bounced. So.
They have hit a massive bounce back, and we will gracefully pose for a picture with Miss Coco.
Thank you. But
put that on the gram.
Trying to conserve my voice a little.
We are. I have already started coughing. I'm getting a little afraid here. We're gonna have to make some big voice, some big call. My voice is gonna crack. I might have a stroke. Might have a coronary. So the team still has not arrived.
But we still have a couple minutes, like it's not.
Still, dude, the clock stopped running about 10 minutes ago. They stopped running the clock. Maloney's going back to their bench.
They're ready.
They are very ready. I would not be surprised if this game was a lot like the Middletown game last Saturday.
That started close and pulled away.
It did start. No, I think it's gonna start. Maloney's gonna they're gonna capitalize off of some mistake and try and make a 6-0 run out of it in the first quarter.
I really see this being more of like a Platte game where it's just head-to-head for every minute.
I don't see scratching and fighting for every yard.
Yeah.
Definitely, that would be probably one of the more entertaining options for tonight. Again, we do apologize for those of you that like to listen to these games. We're not doing Castbox tonight on account of the cold. One of us would have to hold the recording device. It would just not be a good time. One of us would probably lose our fingers to frostbite. And that one of us would have been me.
That I would be the guy that would have to do that.
So yeah.
Come on, Weathersfield.
So we've got interesting as a 3-day weekend coming up. It's good for us. We're looking for this game that was, I believe, supposed to start around
Veterans
7
Day,
o'clock. Yeah, Veterans Day coming up. Armistice Day.
Fun.
Coming up.
Don't we love that?
Let's see. This game was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. Oh, yes, certainly.
Here they come!
And here we go. It's about time.
I'll take this one, you take those.
All right.
All right, let's go.
So it is about time. Riley will be calling the players for Maloney here.
I'll be calling the players while you do the Eagles players.
I've got ours. This game is supposed to start at 7 o'clock. Weathersfield actually now kind of hustling down. They might have taken their sweet time in the locker room. Now trying to hustle their way down. It is 6:54, so we will be starting beyond 7 o'clock.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. We've got some time. But down they come, as always, carrying the American flag alongside the Weathersfield Eagles flag with the Eagles paper. It's set to
Ladies and gentlemen, your Weathersfield Eagles.
And so here we go.
Have I never been so excited for a team to come on the field?
Oh yeah. And there they go, bursting through the paper. Tonight being led by number 54. That is Captain Jake Whitaker. So there they go, waving the flag. And, some of us may be wondering, we know football is a sport more about the pageantry, but I mean,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Weathersfield High School. This game is being conducted under the direction of Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Mr. Mike Maltesi and Principal Mr. Thomas Moore. Sports medicine services are provided by Hartford Hospital Athletic Trainer Mr. Scott Applebaum. It is the hope of the high school administration, game officials, coaches, and players that the spectators will enjoy the contest in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Our sportsmanship policy includes proper fan behavior. The use of profanity and inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated at any student-centered events or high school athletic contests. We request that persons refrain from booing officials, coaches, cheerleaders, or players, and that all officials' decisions be accepted as part of the game. We, the students and athletes of Weathersfield High School, are proud of our school and want to extend a warm welcome to our guests from Maloney. A reminder, there's no smoking on school property. Lavatories are located on the hill near the flagpole.
Oh, I believe my blanket has fallen. So now getting set for the coin toss. It is the three captains, all lined up of Weathersfield, and three captains of Maloney. Oh, two captains. Oh, it's rare.
But as we're trying to buy our last seconds of time.
Oh yeah, we're just trying to wait.
Weathersfield has won the toss and deferred.
So as just said, Weathersfield has won the toss and deferred, and it looks like they will defend the north side.
Yes, they will.
Hell yeah.
Weathersfield will defend the northern end zone.
The Eagles defending the north. Wind blowing to the south. If you've seen the American flags, the wind blowing directly to the south. So if the Eagles defending the north, or the north, that might be able to send their kicks a little bit farther if the wind gets under it.
The first and third quarter, though.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would please rise, especially on this Veterans Weekend. Remove your hats and join us in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem by the Weathersfield High School Marching Band.
Good.
We are getting ready for kickoff.
Yes, we are. And I'm getting
Both
ready
teams
for bed.
enter tonight's contest with a 6-1 record.
Go. Maloney kicking off at their own 40. Or no, Weathersfield. Yes, Weathersfield.
Yeah, Weathersfield kicking off to start.
At their own 40.
Yep. I do imagine this will be a great game tonight. Great game to watch, and hopefully it'll take our mind off the sharp cold. I cannot feel my feet at all. It's actually starting to hurt. It's like I might.
Hey, hopefully it'll stop hurting and just be nice.
I might need some hot water.
Live stream right now.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor for tonight, Judson Family Chiropractic
What I
of
tell you, they're the
Newington.
game sponsor.
Here we go. The gears opening kickoff. We've been waiting for too long.
We've been waiting just a bit too long, and now we gotta try and see if this goes our way. If it doesn't, I will be thoroughly upset.
Set to kick off for the Eagles, number 6, Evan Zapala.
And Evan Sapala, probably one of the better kickers we have seen enter
Especially
this
as a
building.
junior.
Yes, we got him for one more year. Probably one of the best kickers we have seen enter what other coaches are calling the Bowl Stadium here in Weathersfield. At least that's what Coach McKinnon has said, that other coaches are calling it, that they are calling it the Bowl Stadium.
It looks like, from what I've seen, number 11, Moreno, and number 4, Tarver back to return for Maloney. With the win, I'm curious how far this kick will go in this cold.
Well, I mean, Sapala does know how to kick very well. He can probably send it into the end zone if he really wanted to, but I think he's got to kick it a little less powerful than he usually does on these opening kickoffs. Try and send this one to the 10, maybe.
We'll see what we can do, but just how much pressure is in this ball, like with this cold.
Oh, yeah, this brings you back to arguments like Deflategate. I hate to bring it up because I know Tom Brady did nothing wrong, and you can't change my mind. Goodell is a clown. But I rammed all the Boston I could into that sentence. But, you know, there are actual genuine arguments for that type of something where, you know, there actually is. It's cold and the ball loses the air pressure.
Which does
and it makes the balls deflate. As you can see, actually a drone now over in the northern end zone. Why, I have no idea.
I would assume to record this is going, and it looks like it'll go
going to
out
the
of
20. It will fall, but it will fall out of bounds as well, and a flag down on the play.
So,
Weathersfield and Maloney getting set for their very first drive of the game.
Penalty.
looks like it will start at around the 20.
Penalty first and 10 for
Where are they going to?
the Spartans.
35.
So
They're on
35 yard line. If you don't
35-yard
know
line.
anything about me and Riley here, he has been my spotter for these JV games.
Of course.
Where he's out there telling me what yard line it's on, and he's been spotter for also some of the varsity games. Here we go.
Spread offense. Let's see what they do here.
Here's the snap.
Quick
Fires
pass.
one down.
Going. Clean.
Not quite. Just
That is
overthrew
good.
him.
That went to number 11, Moreno, and on coverage it was.
Pass by number 3.
I'm not
It's
sure.
incomplete.
I can't tell. 20 something.
Second
22.
down.
All right. So here we go. Weathersfield now setting up on a defensive 2nd and 10.
Trying to just hold right now.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. 2 coming off the field. It looks like maybe 1, maybe 2 in the backfield. No, it will be 1 in the, actually, yep, 1 in the backfield for Maloney.
Hey, that looks like they're having a dive. It's a good 9-yard gain.
Well, we do know, again, we'll say it now, we'll say it time and time again, that the real weakness of this Weathersfield defense is that running offense.
Pick up of 9 yards
The
by number
ground
4,
game is really their
James
weakness.
Tarvis. Third down.
The Weathersfield quarterbacks are very good, but they get bullied sometimes, it looks like.
They do in the snap,
And they get the first down.
and they
Picks
do.
up 2 yards on the play and a first down for Maloney.
That was by number 4, Carter.
So Maloney here looking to try and win this game. It looks like one of the coordinators speaking over the mic by accident. We've seen
First
that in
and 10
last
for the
week's game,
Spartans
and
at their own
you know that could be a
46-yard
real
line.
weakness.
It was
for
a lot
some
warmer
teams.
in last week's game.
Oh, certainly.
In the sun, it was so good.
Oh, it was so much better than this. Snap. Here's the play.
Run. Looks like around a 4-yard gain by,
Carver picks up 5 yards on the play.
number 4, Carver.
And again, as you can tell, PA announcer leaving her microphone on. As a fellow PA announcer, you know that these are some of the fatal mistakes you make calling these games.
But still got a lot.
Here we go, 50-yard line.
Maloney's
Getting set.
overloading its left side.
And here they go. Snap on the way. It's going to be a pitch. And they're going to
He gets on the outside.
running it out of bounds. And if you look at the helmets,
like a
I know
15
it's the
or
Spartans,
20.
but it looks a little bit more like the Michigan
Picks up a first
Wolverines.
down for the
At
Spartans.
this
like a
point.
mixture.
It is.
But also a 15-yard run by, again, senior number 4.
First and
Carver.
10 at the Eagle 34-yard line.
Smart on him for wearing an undershirt for tonight's
Hey,
game.
I give props.
Good on him right there.
Run a balance.
Snaps the ball. They run it up the gut.
Another 5-6-yard gain. 5.
And these guys are getting solid 5-6
Pick up
yard
of 5
gains
yards
here.
on the play, second
You know,
down.
solid gains from this running offense. But you know, when you get these type of gains consistently, what does that let you know about the Weathersfield defense?
It wears them down, and they're going to have to start packing the middle to compensate for what's been happening on this first drive. Looks like they're just going to run it again. The pass.
Oh, it's going to be a pass.
He's
deep
going
down the field.
Clean.
No, again, broken
Clean.
up.
Pass incomplete.
Number.
That was like 22, I believe, out there.
Yes,
that might have been
defending.
Kyle Edmond.
And number 11, Moreno, trying to just catch that, but it was a little behind.
And Edmond was just there to try and push him out of the way just a little bit, give him a little bit of a shove, keeping it clean. And they are set. It looks like 3 in the backfield now. Setting up.
Full house. 3rd down. And they stop them.
Oh, what a play by the defense. And 42 out there. That is Jacob Rivera getting a little bit rowdy.
But they are definitely in 4-down territory.
Oh, certainly.
They're guys.
Sapala.
I think if
4th down.
well, here we are on 4th down.
They're a little past the kicker, and they're not punting here. They got to go.
They certainly
They're
got to
no
go for
man's
it.
land.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. And no kicking team coming on. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th. And that was their first third down of the game. So 0 for 1 to start. 11 is wide.
And it missed fire.
He missed that one by a country mile.
Turnover on
Thank
downs.
him.
That's a turnover on downs, and that's what Weathersfield needed.
I mean, Weathersfield to come up
That
losing.
defense needs a break to reset for that run game.
And I mean, you know, when you're giving up solid gains like that on the very beginning of these drives, you know, and at full strength as a defense, you know, it's really deflating for you. But now, with that big stop, that might put a little bit more life in that Weathersfield defensive unit. Getting set, Matt Silver, senior
It'll be 1st
quarterback.
and 10 for the Eagles at their own
Looks like some
27-yard
confusion
line.
about the footballs here. And I mean, again, in conditions like these, you really got to keep a close eye on them.
Here
Make sure
comes,
they are fully
here comes
inflated.
Weathersfield offense. 1st and 10 at the 27.
And with Dylan Zerblis back there, I am going to ditch the blanket because this thing just fell.
Drop it. Here you go. Silver with no one in the backfield.
Oh, Silver all by himself. This is something he doesn't usually do. Getting set. He calls Connor Pace in motion. He snaps
Pass it.
for it, drops back.
Blitz.
He fires. Oh, it looks like he might have got it. They're saying that might have been broken
They're
up.
saying it hit the ground.
And it
Pass is
did.
incomplete.
That was to number 2, Rory Stickley, the intended receiver on the play. Rory Stickley, a guy we haven't said a lot of this year. Do you think that next year he'll get a lot more playing time?
Hey, anything's anything.
So Stickley here, looking to try and make a good play. And again, the passing game very rough
Orsini
with
now in
no
the
hands.
backfield. Orsini's now in the backfield. Let's just see what we do.
There's a snap, hands it off to Orsini. Orsini's got some room to run, and he is pulling maybe 2 guys.
Johnny Orsini
Maybe those guys need to hit
picks
the
up 8
weight.
yards on the play.
It'd be 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 here. Eagles on 3rd down, definitely not in 4-down play position here. This definitely needs to convert on their very first drive of the game.
Looks like Maloney's packing the box here. He's looking for a run.
Snap. Here's the run by Orsini. It looks like he might be stopped even shorter. He just barely
He got it. They say he got it. Let's go.
Big play from Johnny Orsini, senior. And here comes Jacob Rivera.
What we need.
Rivera coming on for Stickley. Stickley will come back onto the bench.
Connor Pace going to the far side.
And it looks like maybe some different type of receiving plays. Again, in the cold with numb hands, you know, I put my hands out with a little bit of, without the hand warmers for a little bit, and I started going numb. You know, with hands like that, catching the ball is about 10 times more difficult. Here's the snap. Silver hands it off to Orsini. Orsini's got massive room, but he trips midway there, and Orsini is kicking himself after that one.
Of course.
At the 44-yard line.
It's better than him tripping there than behind the line.
Definitely. A good gain from Weathersfield here.
Looks
Putting
like
the ball on the 44.
2nd and 3, more or less.
I believe maybe, yeah, 2nd and 3 from the 44-yard line.
after one more conversion, they may be thinking about 4 down territory.
And they might have to. But I mean, with a kicker like Evan Sapala,
It's still risky
Second
this
down
early.
and 3
I know,
for
but
the
you've got
Eagles.
the wind going your
Not-
way. Not anymore, clearly, but well, it's kind of making its way. But you've got the wind going your way potentially.
Orsini gets it again.
Wow!
And that,
And
will
that
be,
will
that
be
looks
a
like it's going to be a
first.
first down.
They definitely moved the chains that way.
Yep. Orsini is a
Picks up the
workhorse
first down on the
this
play.
team.
Oh yeah, Orsini is going wild here. Looks like Anthony Pitts now coming on. Rivera coming off.
Definitely needing a rest.
So getting set, maybe around the 47-yard line. One in the backfield. Orsini, who's been reliably getting the ball, he
Orsini
does
gets
it
it
again.
again.
And he's got room, but he's brought down by one.
Both of these running offenses are
Orsini
too
makes his
good.
way into
They're
Spartan
too
Very
good.
territory.
strong running offenses. You can't not blame the coaches for making these running offenses here.
Pick up,
Hey, if they're working, you
7
can't
yards on
blame
the
them
play.
at all, like you said.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know,
Of course, of
if
course.
you're going to keep running the ball and it still works, keep going for running the ball. I mean, offense wins games, defense wins championships, but when you have something that beats an offense or that beats a defense consistently,
They win a championship.
you can definitely win a championship with that. One in the backfield again. He gets set, snap from Silver,
And
and he
Orsini
hands it off
gets
to
it again.
Orsini.
That will be a first down by Orsini.
And Orsini,
On a
Picks up the
big
first
game.
down for the Eagles.
That will be a big game.
oh yeah.
First and 10 for the Eagles. The Spartan 37-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Around halfway through the
freshman
first
football team
quarter.
will be walking through the stands
Yeah.
on a 50-50 wrap.
And hopefully this game goes quick enough, because man, do I have to get somewhere
That's
once.
what's good about these running offenses. It's running the clock.
They're running the clock, trying to get people home. They're really thinking of the fans here.
Definitely.
Best team in the state of Connecticut. Hands the ball off to Orsini again. It looks like he gets swallowed up behind the line.
For loss of round 1.
And not with that offense needed. Do you think they maybe go back to passing and try and throw him off the trail?
Hey, a play
Also
action
be
may
out
be
on the
something
play,
what you
second
do.
down.
It might be.
Or maybe do just one more to see what happens. It's been one bad thing. You gotta keep seeing it forward.
Yeah.
Seeing.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Support those 50-50 raffle.
And there's the freshman team moving through it, the 50-50 raffle. Getting set. Here's the snap by Silver. Silver drops back. He fires. He overthrows the target. Number 2, the intended receiver, in
Pass
Maurice
is
Stinkley.
incomplete. Third down.
Now it's third. If you don't get much, you may have to punt. It may be too big for a fourth down.
Yeah. But I mean, what did I tell you? They were going to try a passing play to try and throw him off the trail. It could have worked with their little more effort, but I mean, the pocket was kind of collapsing
It was.
around.
He had
him
to
if you
get
were
that ball
watching it.
off, and you'd rather have it. You'd rather have that than a sack.
You'd rather have the incompletion and stop the clock than keep the ball going, and already from behind the line with maybe 3rd and 11 here, 3rd and long, you don't want to lose any more yards.
Not at all.
Orsini in the backfield snaps the ball. He doesn't hand it off. Fires it
Going.
up in the air.
Going for pace.
Pace, no.
Pass is incomplete.
Just a bit
Fourth down.
overthrown, and I would. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna punt.
And here comes the special teams unit. Asking
Trying to
for
pin 'em
another
in their own
ball here.
territory.
Oh, yeah. So the Eagles just hoping they can get this ball deep enough down the field and try and keep them contained like last time, keep them contained across the 50.
Because who does it all?
It looks like Connor Pace.
Who does it all?
Hey, you can ask that question and any football fan will say Connor Pace. You can ask that at anywhere, really. You ask at a restaurant and immediately, though, mine will go to Connor Pace here.
Of course.
Here's the snap. It looks high, but Pace kicks it away.
That's a good kick.
That goes down to maybe the 5 rolling into the end
Oh.
zone, and we'll roll out of bounds from there for a touchback.
Still a good kick. Can't deny that.
Oh, yeah. You cannot
Punt
deny
goes into
that
the end
Pace
zone on the
knows
first and 10 for the
his way
Spartans
around
at their own
football.
20-yard line.
You know, I think if I put some work in it, I could be a cheerleader doing kicks like those.
Maybe a little more flexibility.
I mean, I am pretty flexible. I could probably be a cheerleader if I really wanted to. Yeah, no, not with the cold. Not with these bones in the cold. No.
In the summer, maybe.
In the summer, who knows? I could be in a French line dance, but you know, instead.
Oh, we're missing the play.
No, jeez.
It's a quarterback keeper.
Oh, thank you, Miss Coco, bringing us some water here. Thank God. I'm about to start coughing my lung up.
Picks up 5 yards on the play.
So here we go with a 5-yard gain, making it 2nd and 5 for Maloney. Maloney again in the white and green, more like Michigan State, even with the M.
Coming out of Meriden, let's see.
Here's a snap, handoff. It's always faithful to give it to number 4.
It's like their own Orsini.
And it looks like there's a big rugby scrum right there.
I miss my rugby days.
Oh man, don't we all miss the
James
rugby
Tarver,
days?
the ball carrier.
Down for the crazy days.
Picks up a 1st down for Maloney.
Just got a 1st down and just trying to eat this game out. Like just eat it, like eat the clock.
Now Riley, now that we have water, what do you think the odds are that this freezes down here? If I leave it on the bleachers, what are the odds that this freezes here? We missed the play again, but he stopped behind the line.
We got to get on this.
We do. We will try and stop the banter for a little moment.
All right. Looks around
Tarver
2nd and 10.
by number 23.
All right.
Tyron Watt.
Tyron Watt bringing up the
right here
stop.
for a pass.
Definitely. I could definitely see. Oh, and the receiver's going out down wide.
They have 3 out.
And they've only got number 3. They've only got Zach Zuzola covering one of them. It looks like they're calling over Evan Sapala. One of the coaches calling some coverage.
Have one safety who's on the other side.
They really just do not have good coverage on this other side. But who
they
knows? Evan
need to keep
Sapala
this
could be
run.
there to cover. One in motion. Snaps the ball. And no play action pass.
Looks like it's a screen.
Down the sideline on the screen play. Weathersfield looks like they need to hit the weights on that guy.
Going up for around like a 20-yard gain for Maloney.
And right up to the 50-yard line. Not what this defense needed on coming up on the verge of that big stop.
Picks up a 1st down for Maloney.
Not at all.
At their own 49-yard line.
And you know, it's always more deflating when you've got a good defense, and all of a sudden you give up that one big play on the drive.
Hey, they're keeping this wide set, and how can you just not get another? Yes, put counter pace over.
Here's a snap.
Here they run it again
It'll
to
be
number
a run.
4.
And number 4
That run
getting
by number
stopped.
4, Jay Tarver.
Oh, and he gets shoved. It looks like he's trying to call for maybe a late hit or an unsportsmanlike. But if you saw at the very end, he really got shoved.
If it happens again, then you definitely call it. But for this early, you got to keep them playing.
Picks up a
You
yard
do.
on the play.
And I mean, that goes really for any sport. I mean, this early in the game, you got to keep them playing and maybe feel it out for what you're going to call and what you're not. What
Also,
these teams are going to be like.
It's kind of hard to move your arm into your flag area. It's kind of cold out. So
Certainly. They might not be calling it on account of the cement arms
Of course.
here
of course.
tonight.
So it's going to be around 2nd and 9. A little jet sweep to number 11, Moreno.
And look at him go.
And that's around a 20-yard run for a 3-yard gain.
Yep. 20-yard run, pick up a 3.
And it looks like it's gonna be,
But I mean, the jet sweeps are so
looks like it's
important.
going to be 3rd and 6.
But I mean, in the small game, the jet sweep is such an important play.
It keeps them in check. It's very important, but he ran so much.
And here we
so
go.
little result.
I mean, it's always good if you run down the side for at least any gain.
No,
it's kind of worth it.
It's
but
worth
like,
it, but like when you think about it, just like
when
the
it's
schematics.
2nd and 10 and you're running that kind of a play, does it really help any?
Hey, it looks like they're going to pass.
30's gonna pass it
To number
He's got
1, and
plenty
he
of
got
time.
it. That was past number 1, Graham, sophomore.
Wow. And he had plenty of time. The pocket was staying very strong with that defense. Maloney's offensive line is very good. What I'm thinking we're going to see here is we're going to see definitely, just like the last drive, they're going to get very close, maybe even into the red zone, and then the Eagles are going to put on the brakes, force them to turn it over on downs.
That's the ideal scenario right now.
You certainly don't want to let him go far.
They're very overloading this left side. You gotta think they're gonna run it that way. And they
There we
do!
go. No, they run it up the gut.
That will be stopped for maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
And it looks like we've lost another hot chocolate. Can we get a moment of silence here?
Picks up 2 yards on the play.
And that goes all over somebody's poor blanket, and I feel bad. So pick up a 2 on that play, 2nd and 8.
And looks like 2 tight ends on the left side. Looks like they're going to pitch it to number 4. And
He's
he
got
gets
plenty of room down the middle. Look at him spin move.
And
James Tarver picks up a
he's
first
getting
down for
so
the
much.
Spartans.
The hot chocolate will freeze, don't worry.
Oh, yeah, it will. It was probably already cold.
The first and 10 at the Eagle 22
I feel
yard
bad for the
line.
hot chocolate. It was probably already cold. Now it's going to stick to the bleachers for the JV game. Someone's going to have to walk through that. Just making sure my blanket's
Hey, looks like
okay.
there's going to be a timeout by Weathersfield trying to get the...
And at the end of the first quarter,
No,
it's
end of the
Weathersfield
first.
0, Maloney 0.
So, luckily, we're out of the first quarter in rather a quick fashion. I did not expect that to go that quickly. If you're watching here on YouTube, which is the only way you can be watching this game, we're going to take a quick break. We might have a little bit of a side conversation, keep up some antics, but we're really not going to be back with the action for a little bit. It's so bad for the hot chocolate. I want to make sure my blanket's okay.
Your blanket's fine. They don't land in there.
Yeah.
Hey, the end of that quarter really gave Weathersfield time to maybe
Once again, we'd like to thank our game
Oh, yeah,
sponsors,
definitely.
Jefferson Family Chiropractic of Newington. Also, the Weathersfield
trying to
Football
stop the
Boosters
run.
has a
That has to be
concession
the number one
stand set up
priority
just
by
above
Coach
the
Rivera.
southern
That
end zone.
definitely has to be it.
Pizza, hot
I mean, the
dogs,
passing
hamburgers,
game is
chili.
deadly if you look at it, the way they've been running it the past couple of plays. But it's not as deadly as it is for the running game. You know, the run game is very strong for Maloney. Coming on into the second quarter, next 12 minutes.
They have their own seating. It's really taking a toll on us.
They really do. It's like having a Weathersfield junior out here, and we're really going to decide who's the junior program of who at the end of the night. First time, I believe, all season that we have seen at home a scoreless game at the end of the
Hey,
first
looks
quarter.
like he's going to pass to number 11.
Oh, the ball gets knocked away at the last second.
By 3.
That was by number 3, Zach Zerzola.
Hey, and that was almost a spectacular catch. That was almost ESPN level.
That would have been, that probably could have made SC top
Pass is
10.
broken up by number 3.
That really could have.
Wow.
Was I rooting for that? A little bit. A little bit.
Second down.
Just to be that.
I think that could have been a phenomenal catch. And oh my God, this next jacket has a pocket. I had no idea.
Running it to number 4, and he has a gaping hole.
Oh man, you cannot give a guy like him any room.
So-
It's just like what I said about Matt Silver in the last week's game. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Of course, now it looks like it's 3rd and 3 or 4, and
6 yards on the play.
the problem is that you know they're running. You know they will run.
You know they will run.
There's no reason for them not to run.
But there's also the reason of what if it's a play action pass they've been running.
There's no reason. They will run.
There certainly is. I mean, well, remember.
They just ran, and
Oh!
he got to first down. But
Wait,
there's a flag.
flag on the play.
It looks like it's number
Over
77
the
on
ball
white.
here, there is a flag
All
on the
right.
play.
That might have been a low
That-
shot there.
That looks like Santiago, the senior, on white.
I'm so
holding.
Besides my feet.
Holding called against Maloney.
And there we go, and fans becoming a little bit more into this game.
Now it's going to make it around the 3rd and 10.
Yep.
That's a 10-yard penalty
Oh,
from the
15.
spot of the foul.
Oh, 3rd and 15.
I saw him. Monster.
77 is definitely a unit.
Platt from Meriden last year had 3 kids.
Brings up 3rd down and 13 for the Spartans. Eagle 25-yard line.
This definitely, it looks like when they're running trips, that definitely now a passing
Oh,
option.
definitely. When you're back this far, you gotta try anything and everything.
But now you got to keep them on your toes.
There's a snap. Fires.
Oh.
No, he dropped it.
And that will be a sack of a yard.
Wow. He tried to throw it, fell out of his hands, and he had to fall on
It's
it.
too cold. It's
You
no,
can't
no.
feel your fingers. You can't pass the ball. You can't pump fake correctly when you can't feel your hands.
Oh, that's a couple yard loss. And is it punting time? Do you really? Is it worth it? Or are you just gonna go for it?
Well,
and
I
hope?
mean, now they're in the south. There's no wind if you look at the flag. There's no wind at all. So now you've got a
by
possibility.
kicking, but like it just you go
Oh, and
for
it
it.
looks like
and you punt.
99. He might be hurt. That is Nick Thompson. That is not good. He does get up rather quickly, however, and he will be fine. Now, what I think is you could kick a field goal if
Nah.
you're really desperate, but
also
it would have
you
to be
need
one long field goal.
That's college level.
You'd have to be a college kicker to make that. Luckily, we have an Evan Sapala on this team.
But they're not kicking.
4th
They
and
are not.
16 for Maloney.
It does look like they are going to go for it, but
If
number
you
4 is
look
not
on the
it.
sidelines
Oh, no, yeah,
right
yes.
now, I do have an injury report. It looks like Nick Thompson barely even
Looks like a leg.
putting pressure on what appears to be maybe his right leg.
But here comes Maloney, 4th and more than 11.
4th and 16, they said. Obvious passing situation. He got it. Are you serious? What a play by Maloney.
That looks like it's going to be on the 1-yard line, and they're just going to pound it in.
RC connects with Graham, picks up a
They're
first
just gonna
down
have to
for
run
the
it.
Spartans.
They're
on the
definitely
first
gonna
down.
have
They
to
do
get it.
exactly what Seattle did in that Super Bowl years past.
Of course.
Pass it right into the end zone
But
and have it picked off. But
I really just don't see that.
I mean, I
happening.
think this guy's a little bit more competent than Pete Carroll.
And he is, and that's a touchdown.
Oh, easy. He had a gaping hole down the middle.
Touchdown by, again, number 4, Tarver.
Tarver
Now
picks
what
up
you go is
touchdown
do you go
for the
two,
Spartans.
like you're playing in a JV game, or do you try and have your placeholder's hands warm enough where he can catch, hold the ball, let your kicker have it sail through the uprights?
Looks like they will kick it.
They will try and kick it. Now, what Weathersfield could do, if they really wanted to be mean, they really could ice the kicker in these conditions.
Not with this close of a kick.
Absolutely not, no. And I believe they put a T on the field.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can?
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. That one
that
sails
was
through
a-
the uprights.
Right
the
through
extra point by number 30, Jaden Miles is good.
Extra point, as said, by number 30, Jane Miles.
With 9 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first half.
So,
Maloney 7,
wait.
Weathersfield 0.
how much time do we need to...
So we've got about 9:57 to go in this
And
half.
we really, I think, for momentum, we need to respond.
Definitely.
We
The
just
only
did,
way
at least a field goal.
Weathersfield-
Keep it under one possession. Like, keep it one
Keep it
possession.
under a one score
Try one
score
score.
game.
Keep it a one-score game.
Definitely.
Again, number 30, Jane Miles, to give it the boot.
And here we go.
Right on the 40.
This is really the first time we're going to see Maloney really actually kick the ball.
One more. First time, yeah, first time. 21 and 3 in the back. I know that.
And so that will be Zach Zerzola
And 21.
and Johnny Orsini.
All the way in the back.
Back
And-
to try and catch it. Weathersfield lining up kind of short up in the
what's Maloney
front.
doing?
Is this a trick play?
No, here they go.
No, oh, okay. I was gonna
Sad.
say, I haven't seen a team do that ever, really.
Yeah, but
What's in their playbook exactly?
keeps you off guard, I guess. Keeps you on your toes.
It does. The Eagles do
Lefty
the same thing
kicker
and go
going
wide.
for the boot.
No,
It's
they
a
might
squib.
try a squib or an onside.
Grab it.
He's got it.
Number
That's Zach
6.
Zerzola.
That's Evan Sabala.
Or sorry, that's Evan Sapala.
Call on the return
And that was a
for the
good
Eagles.
recovery for what he could have had.
Oh, definitely. That could have bounced off if someone Maloney could have
First
gotten the
and
ball
10
back
at their
and
own
deflated this
36
team
yard
even
line.
more.
And at their own 36, an extra 10 yards, you will take that.
You can definitely take any yards you can get down by 7 in the second quarter. Remember, I have not seen this Eagles team scoreless at the end of a quarter before, or either the entire team at the end of the first quarter. Or both
I think they ended
both
scoreless.
teams. So they ended
Middletown.
scoreless in the
Maybe
first
Middletown.
quarter. No,
They had
because
3.
Middletown had the 6.
Oh, no, but I said we did.
Oh, we
I
had
think
the
they had.
3, I believe.
Oh,
Run
run QB
play.
option. And that just gets stuffed right at the line.
Oh, absolutely. And one player comes in and absolutely wrecks everybody in there. That was Matt Silver, the quarterback, who held on to the ball.
No gain on the play, second down.
Now, what you're wondering is,
You need something.
do you try and pass the ball? At least it was
It looks like you
working
have
good
Connor
for
Pace at
Maloney.
one-on-one coverage.
You got, well, I mean, pace on one-on-one. That's a bit of a dangerous situation for Maloney. You put pace on
They do have a
one-on-one.
safety in the back, but it does look like he is pretty one-on-one, which does give you you are tempted. And yes, they
Silver
are.
they won't even try
Oh,
to fake it.
number 2.
Oh, just out of his
Pass
hands.
is incomplete,
Rory
third down.
Stickley. Just out of his hands. He should have had that.
That's a tough in the dive.
It
It's
is a
cold.
tough on the dive, and when he got no hands, admittedly, maybe you should have had it if it was a week 1, week 2 kind of game.
Definitely.
You know, you could show up in shorts and a sweatshirt, maybe, not even.
Yeah.
But no, now you gotta show up in 18 different layers for tonight.
course.
I feel like a Shrek character. I got layers. I feel like an onion.
So it looks like around 3rd and 10, and you have to punt here, so you got 1 down.
Okay, so 3rd and 10, you got 1 chance. I don't know if that should have been 3rd and 10. I think that was just the first play they just ran. Or no, because they had the run play. Correction, they had the run play, so that was their first play.
And it was their second. So this will be 3rd. And they are taking their time
Here we go.
here.
They are going to take their sweet time getting
They're
ready.
not letting them hike it. It's going on.
I don't know what they could be doing. Refs maybe signaling for something? I have no idea. They've stopped the clock at 9:19.
I have to let it get run for it.
And he's going over to talk to the Maloney coach. They don't know what they're doing.
Just trying to get him off the field. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
What has happened?
But nonetheless, it looks like here we go.
Nonetheless, the game carries on.
And here we go. 3rd and 10.
Set. 1 in the backfield for Silver. Here's a snap. Drops back. Throws. Stickley out. It's punched out of his hands.
Silver's pass intended for number 2. Corey Stickley incomplete.
That brings on the
4th
punting
down.
team here on 4th down. Rory Stickley, he's been the primary receiver all night. None of the passes have seemed to connect it. Do you try changing it up? Maybe go for Connor Pace?
But it's just they're doubling him, and you got to find someone.
You do have to find someone. But the thing is, when Riley, don't fall.
Just here, like Connor Pace ready to punt.
Yeah, I think Connor Pace should be going back to trying to receive the ball.
Good punt.
Will drop and fall flat, really. No bounce forward or backward.
Now it's on the
Ball is down
36.
at the 36-yard
Right
line,
now,
1st and 10
it's
for the
kind of
Spartans.
on this Weathersfield defense to hold and stop them there.
All the action on this one. I'm gonna warm my toes up real quick. My toes?
So now we've got a switch of cameramen.
Oh my god. Here, I got you. Here.
And here we go.
Here goes Maloney.
And getting
offense,
set.
getting set.
Maloney is ready.
And you just have to expect the run. There's no other way.
There's just no other option they can go for.
You guys can do it.
9:02 and
Timeout Maloney.
Timeout called.
Timeout Maloney.
Some more time for maybe Weathersfield to get ready.
Try and prepare themselves for the onslaught here of the running offense.
Here's our Weathersfield band getting ready.
Definitely.
But even if Maloney scores here, Weathersfield must answer, keep it 1 possession.
They definitely have to answer. So it looks like they've got number 99 and Nick Thompson on the exercise bike trying to get his legs warmed up.
Maybe cramps or something. It's too cold.
Might be.
Like Jurassic changing cold from last week.
Yeah. Right now we're just doing anything we can to stay warm out here. I'm even dancing with the music. Trying to keep my legs
1 in the
shape.
backfield, 3 out. And it is a handoff to number 4, and that is swallowed
Whoa,
up.
wow, right at the
54.
35.
54.
Trevor brought down by number 54.
So Whitaker brings him down.
Loss of a yard on the play.
So
Now
right
the 2nd and 11. Now Maloney has to think if they will run. Once they get that stop, it gets in their head.
I think they have to get the stop here.
But
I
it's
think,
now in their head, should they run?
I don't know. I mean, the passing game has been working, but you've also got the passing game that works, you got the running game that works, and you've managed to shut down
And they
Weathersfield's
do pass
offense.
it. Looks like he's looking for number 1. And it is off the hands of him. That is a hard catch in the air, though.
Definitely a hard catch in the air, especially in this kind of weather.
So
3rd down.
it's going to be around 3rd and 11, and running seems maybe try to get some room for your punter.
You know, with cinder block hands, it's certainly a hard play, which just about everybody has at this point.
Well, I
We've
don't know
played.
if Maloney wants to risk a turnover when the defense has been stopping Weathersfield every time.
Oh yeah.
when they can just run it, and then if they don't get it, they punt.
And they got one in the backfield. Snaps the ball. They're going to pass.
He's looking for number 9.
Number 9, who is wide open down the field, bobbles the ball in the catch. He's still, oh my God!
That is a catch by number 9.
I think he
Griffiths.
just, I don't even know who that was, but he got stiff armed.
Looks like I couldn't tell.
He got
Brian picks up a first down for Spartans.
Wow. That was one hell of a play by the defense.
1st and 10 at the Eagle 40-yard
Or not the
line.
defense, the offense.
If Newington beat this team, how good is Newington?
Exactly. Well, unless Maloney is just very good in the film room.
Yeah, but it's still.
Got other interesting news on the state football front.
Motion by
Rocky Hill
number
no
99.
longer with the team.
Looks like it's a handoff to number 4 with a hole. And that is,
Oh, you're kidding me!
that's a good tackle.
Oh, what a stop! I believe that was 22 in Kyle Edmond. But again, other news in state football, Rocky Hill High School no longer with a team. A few incidents there. So Rocky Hill no longer has a team. So a little less competition in Central Connecticut. But now I think they're going to have to come spend their money in Weathersfield. Come watch the best Central Connecticut football.
1st and 10 at the Eagle 12-yard line.
That's a touchdown.
12-yard run
My
by
goodness.
number 4, James Carver. Picks up a Maloney touchdown.
You are kidding me.
We need to keep this into 1 possession and a half.
They do, but what I think Coach McKinnon has to do on his part is he just really
Get the
needs to
defensive
lay
troops.
into them.
The defensive troops.
I think at halftime he's really going to have to lay into these guys.
Because the last time they saw something like this was hand. And you don't want to be embarrassed twice at home.
You don't. Well, it's not that they would be embarrassed with another 6-1 team, another 6-1 opponent that's on their level here.
But this not even
The extra
scoring.
point by Miles is good.
With the extra point sailing through the uprights, you gotta wonder. You got 7.5 pretty much to go in the first.
7 minutes and 36
what are they
seconds
gonna
to go
do
in the
for the
first
rest
half.
of this
Maloney 14, Weathersfield 0.
Anyways.
The best thing you can do right now is when the band starts playing, you got to try and keep in motion. That's the best thing we can do for our legs at this point.
Up and down.
It's really the only thing we can do at this point. At this point, your toes have frozen solid.
So if you're Weathersfield, are you expecting another squib again?
You know, I mean, I wouldn't expect the squib this time. You're up
But
by
you got to be
14.
ready for it. But I wouldn't expect
You have to be
it.
ready for it, but I wouldn't expect this one to be a squib.
Because we've seen with the kickoffs that this kicker can kick. He can.
He
with the extra
certainly
points.
can
He definitely
hit
does
the
have
kicks.
a boot. So it's not like
He's
there's.
trying to get it set up on the
There you
tee. He
go.
almost fell over the first time. He's calling him into motion here. Now, I'm not expecting this squib. If it is, I really just don't know what to say.
But it looks like he.
He must be, I was going to say, he must be.
Getting set, I almost lose my balance here.
And
It's another squib. This one
that's
brought
my
up to number
28.
28. Who's got?
Ah! Ah!
Got through. There he goes. Whoa! 28 in the Haku Mercado.
That was a run, and that's what you need to spark. You needed that spark.
And Haku Mercado runs the ball in.
Number 28, Kuaku Mercado.
I've
On the
been
return
told
for
the
the
KA
Eagles.
is
And that's
silent.
what Weathersfield, they needed a spark, and that's what they
First
got.
and 10.
Oh, definitely. Now, if you're thinking I pronounced that name
At the
wrong, trust me, I
18-yard
didn't. I've been told the KA is silent, so it's Haku, or at least I am led to believe.
But 0 in the backfield, or maybe a quarterback run
Or you could expecting Matt Silver to be passing to someone other than Rory
Hey.
Stickley.
in the back. It
He's
is a
gonna
run.
keep it, but there's absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh,
Wait, he makes his own room, but a flag on the play. He gets taken
Silver
out near
keeps
the
the ball, but
11.
there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be holding in the offense, and it is.
Just not what the Eagles needed.
Holding called against the Eagles.
Right as they had that momentum.
10
Right
yards
as they
on the
did.
spot of the foul.
They still have some, but it's rough. They had a good game, too.
Yeah. So with that even takes them further back than the kicker turn.
Yeah. So that'll be 1st and 20.
Not at all what this
Brings
offense
it all the way back to
needed
the
after the
32-yard
spark.
line. Replay it
Instead of
first down.
dousing the spark in lighter fluid, they drown it out with water. That just seems to have been what happened.
So, and it does look like Orsini's going wide, so there will be an empty backfield. That's what it does look like.
And here we go. Either Silver is running the ball, or he's going to try
Connor
and pass
face
it
in
into the
motion,
sticks.
and he does just run it right up the middle.
And not a smart decision
a
with
cut.
no gain almost.
Two, which
Silver
is
keeps the ball, picks
not
up 2
enough
yards
in
on the
this.
play.
Definitely not enough for this drive,
Second
but
down.
could be getting in range for maybe Evan Sapala.
But you want to keep this one possession. That keeps that two.
You do want to
It's
keep
right.
it one
It's
possession.
a decision.
It's a strategic decision made by Coach McKinnon on what he's going to have to do.
So Orsini looks like he's down in the backfield.
Yeah.
And Connor face all by himself on the other side.
2nd and 23 for the Eagles.
Trips left in. Do they run again?
Do that. That is the big question. I say no. Mainly because,
Well, Maloney has 6 in the box. Like, it's tough. And they do go for the
Snap.
pass.
with the
Going
pocket
for Connor Face.
collapsing. Almost picked off at the 2. Are you kidding?
That was by, again, number 11, Fitzgerald. That was over there. That almost got it.
Yep.
He is almost a highlight right now.
Almost a human
Pass is
highlight reel
incomplete.
tonight.
3rd down.
Not the game the Eagles were looking to have. Now on 4th down, I think they're going to try and play it like they're in 4th down playing territory.
And also they get into range, which looks like Evan Sapala is warming.
Evan Sapala, I mean, it's not surprising that Evan Sapala is warming up for this.
So, do you run it and hope to get a couple yards to get in range, or do you pass it for the more all or nothing? And it looks like
They're going to
McKinnon
go all or
will.
nothing. He got shoved. That has to be passing.
Yeah!
There's the flag. Is Anthony
Pass
Pitts.
incomplete, but there's a flag.
Looks
on
like
the
that flag going at number 14, Dasani Art.
That, what?
Rewind the tape. What happened?
Looks like he might have gotten shoved back there, and look what they're gonna have to do. But his name is Dasani?
He's also the quarterback.
Well, yes. If he's the quarterback, why is he playing defense?
Pass interference called against Maloney.
A lot of them do.
All right.
15 yards.
Is that automatic first?
Penalty.
Is it automatic or
Third
no?
down.
And
No,
third
third.
down.
But
That's
that's
a
huge
15-yard
because they are
penalty. Massive
100% in field goal range.
Definitely.
Perfect.
3rd down
So
and
here
8
we
for the
go.
Eagles.
So you really, it's still a good distance, but not as nearly as much as it was.
Not as much as
And they will
needed
pass
to be.
it. 4-man
To
rush.
start this drive. Oh, you're kidding.
Almost picked off by number 17,
Incomplete.
Wiggins.
4th down.
Fourth
And
down.
I would go for the
Sapala
kick.
warming.
I would go for the
sub
kick.
him in? You sub him in? All right.
I would, if I was a coach, because you'd rather have 3 than 0.
Well, the passing game hasn't been working, but you've got a guy like Vasilios Zaporis is out there who can also throw the ball.
He could, but
Could bring him in. Last year they had Craig Elliott. No longer on
so
this
they will
team.
go for it, which I would.
It's
But
a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him.
see if it does.
Snap. Silver drops back. Throws. Oh!
Off the hands of
Pass is
23.
incomplete. Turnover on downs.
And
Off the hands
so,
of 23.
with the turnover on downs, off the hands, that one off of Tyron Watt. And you can see number 53 in Sam Marchio.
Getting a little angry.
He's just not having a good night. I mean, it's obvious you would go for the kick to have at least some points going into halftime. But they
Maybe
had
that's-
to pass it?
My only assumption right now is they thought that McKinnon thought that Maloney would think it'd be a hard count.
Yeah.
And they keep him slacking, but it did. He just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
So you gotta stop. Free possession is a little much.
And the Spartan's getting ready. Snaps the ball,
And he
hands
runs
off.
it. And he gets maybe a yard or two.
It was obviously gonna have to be a running play.
It's been working too well.
Tarbert, the ball carrier.
Again, Weathersfield's weakness is Maloney's bread and butter. So, I mean, there's really nothing Weathersfield can do on this.
So
5.5 to go in the first half.
So, my thing is, if you keep it close, McKinnon can rally the troops and get them ready just to reset them.
Yeah.
And they get the ball in the second half, so you can tie it up.
They do, and I mean, that's usually what this team does. They usually do defer.
But so you think about it, you keep it one possession and you can tie it up.
Snap.
Run again, and he has room.
Dear Lord, pace can't even keep up with him. He's gonna dive, he's gonna bring him down, but too little too late. He's in the end zone. 21-0. Weathersfield is caught lacking tonight.
Caught on their back, on the heels. Like.
Yeah.
Tarbert
Caught
picks
him
up a
snoozing
touchdown
is
for
what did
Maloney.
happen. So it will be a 20-0 lead.
You got to score just for
An
momentum.
83-yard run.
Off of a 2nd and 7.
I just find that. Or can you bring Allison to school?
And they won't get the extra point.
So, extra
So
point.
on the Swift, you need to get another big game.
Oh, yeah.
4
At
minutes
this
and
point,
55
I've done it
seconds
3
to go in the
times. I
first half.
expect a squib.
Maloney 21, Weathersfield 0.
Not the ideal game tonight.
Of course, of course.
Certainly. What do you think happens with Coach McKinnon here? You know, coming in higher ranked than this team, but now you're might be going into halftime down by 3 possessions.
But a loss here really scares you because since
You've got Hall next.
Yes, but since they lost to Newington and if they lose to Newington, a 3-loss team misses the playoffs.
Oh, definitely.
And this great season that started just crumbles.
Yeah,
at
you've
the end.
got Daniel Hand, you've got tonight, you've got Hall, and then you've got Newington.
It's
if
tough.
If they drop them at the end,
It's
gonna be so tough.
It's gonna be a bitter end.
It would be.
They need a big play just to start them.
Yeah.
Just to get something. It's flat on the sideline.
Oh yeah. Do you remember the state playoffs coming up very soon? We've got field hockey, first to officially have been announced. They will play Tuesday, 4 p.m. right here at Catone Field. Field hockey on the quest to bring home the chip for the first time since 1980.
Hey, it's amazing that we're back in the race after so many years of just not.
Well, they've been in the playoffs, but they believe they are cursed to not make it past the first round. Kind of like how I think of it as the Mexican national soccer team, cursed to not get past the round of 16 in the World Cup, which, yes,
Another
is
squib.
real, and of course you expect it here, and he bobbles it.
By number 3, Zach Zerzola takes it and
Ooh, Zerzola gets popped.
Zola's down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Not at all what the Eagles needed. .450 to go in the second quarter.
cannot get shut out. It's just.
I mean, you know, coming in, if it was a 5 and a 6 playing each other, yeah, you could expect it. But like, you're coming in with,
Timeout.
you know, if it was a close game, you could expect it. But now, excuse me, but they're just getting spanked out here.
There is a lot of time. I'm not saying it's not
I
possible.
wouldn't count them out yet, but I would say this is a rather disappointing
It's-
first
but
half
it's also-
for a
this
team
isn't-
that hasn't been shut out in the first half any game this season.
This is this becomes an important drive. It's like if they just can't do it, like they have to do something.
If they can't get it in this half here, the hopes for the second half have got to be pretty low.
Of course.
But then again, with low expectations, you always surprise yourself.
But
Just trying to wake up my foot here. Jeez. I gotta start jazzercising over here.
but
So here we go, 4:50 left.
Connor Pace double team on the side, and it looks like we're getting like more of a jumbo set with Orsini in the back.
And here's a snap.
Right to Orsini.
Oh, he trips on his own blocker again. Tripping over number
Johnny
30
Orsini,
and Marcus
ball carrier for the
Evans.
Eagles.
Don't
Picks
forget
up
the
4 yards on
winter
the play,
season
second down.
also coming up, so check that out on Castbox. Ice hockey for WMRP, as well as girls and
And what
boys
is
basketball. WMRP, Weathersfield, Middletown, Rocky Hill, Plainville, last year as that name. The CIAC rules saying the Weathersfield has enough kids to make their own team next year.
That's amazing.
Orsini stopped at the line of scrimmage. Third down.
You should be excited to do that.
I should be. I definitely am coming back for a second season of that.
But Weathersfield's own team, that's
Weathersfield's own team would be fantastic. Maybe win a chip as only Weathersfield.
that would be the dream, wouldn't it?
That would be the dream. The Clappers are ready. Third down, 6 yards to go.
Orsini out wide, and it looks like a one-on-one on Pace.
Yeah. Do you maybe pass it to Pace
I
if
would,
he's
a
one-on-one?
one-on-one.
Guy who's gotten an offer from Brown.
Number
Passes
2.
to Stickley.
He got it!
Over connects with Rory
Finally!
Stickley picks up a first down for the Eagles.
Stickley trying and
Spartan
trying,
territory.
and finally gets to go.
First and 10.
If it doesn't work, try again.
And that has been what has happened for Rory Stickley tonight. And now he works him on into the 37.
But again, that's good. That's a spark, and you need that right now.
It is a spark that you
You
definitely
need those big
need.
plays right now.
Definitely need that spark.
Again, Silver, empty backfield.
Silver snaps the ball.
He runs
He's going
it.
to keep it. Silver's got some room.
We're on a 5 to 7 yard game, heading on.
I mean, Matt Silver's work ethic is incredible as a
Silver picks up
player.
6
You know?
yards on the play. Second down.
But it looks like they will empty backfield again with around 2:50 left.
Yep.
And they do have, according to scoreboard, they have 3 timeouts. I think they used one already.
Yeah. No, I think they have 2 timeouts.
Yeah,
is what
I
would
think they
happen.
have used one.
Well, I mean, it is a new scoreboard monitor up there. They might not have fully learned to use it. Silver is hit as he throws, and he really did get rocked. Throw really misses everybody, including the defense.
Third down.
Just absolutely
But
no
you
one
are
was there.
definitely in 4 down territory, especially if you get any yardage.
Oh, certainly.
So you get it, keeping this at a 7 to 21. It's in the ball back. Your hopes are high.
Yep. Oh, your hopes are definitely super high.
Of course. Connor Pace single team again.
And here is Silver with no one in the backfield. It's an obvious pass play. Fires to Stickley.
Intercepted.
Picked off.
Ball is intercepted in the end zone. Touchback. Spartan ball.
And this is something that really deflates a team.
It is, because especially if they score, it just seems over.
It just does, you know? 2:20, and I'm surprised Stickley has been the only person they've passed it to.
Consistently.
Do you think if Stickley can't come up with these catches, why keep passing to him?
Because these defenders on Maloney are just, they're
First and 10 for Maloney at
It's a
their own
tight
20-yard line.
Yeah, well, I think what they're trying to get him to do is I'm thinking they're trying to put their most vicious defenders out on Stickley, and then they can pass it to Pace later on in the game when they see that pass coming to Stickley.
But it's
Handoff.
going to be run to number 4, and he gets swallowed.
James Tarver, the ball carrier. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down.
Lord, I cannot wait for halftime. 2 minutes away from half.
And Weathersfield just has to.
Weathersfield just has to not give up another touchdown, and they can go into half maybe thinking
The best
can
case
do
scenario,
something.
maybe an interception or just a turnover just for something. A ball! Oh! But they do recover it.
Play covered up
And
by
it seems like an
Starkers.
obvious passing play.
It did.
But like right now, again, at 3rd and long, it seems obvious.
Oh, it definitely is
4
obvious.
yards on the play.
So,
But then again, we have seen number 4 go for bigger gains.
yes. So if they do run it, as Matt indicated, would you call a timeout and just try to get the ball?
Oh, certainly I'd call a timeout. If we have any left, you call a timeout. The Clappers are ready on 3rd down.
Trips, and here comes Connor Pace, and the back going all the way back.
Now
They will
it's an
pass it.
obvious passing play, but number 9 is wide open. Does he stop him? He cuts. Oh, the ball is loose. The
Ball!
ball is loose. The Eagles might have had it.
And the Eagles have it! With 1 minute left.
1 minute.
Grimes,
Unbelievable.
Covered by
If they score on this, this is what they need.
it'll be 1st
And
and
like
10.
he was cutting, and you saw one player come from right behind him, and he pops him right from behind.
And that's a bit, that
Unbelievable
kid's big
tackle.
too.
I believe that was number 3. That might have been Zerzola who came up and got him.
But that's a big kid too.
That is a massive, he's a unit, and he just took a massive hit.
So
And that's what we call taking one for the team, kids.
now, it feels like with so many drives on the opposing territory, you need something.
This is the one drive you really hope goes right. Maybe a pass, maybe a pass to someone other than Stickley, but Anthony Pitts in motion. Snap on the way from Silver. Silver fires. It's Pitts, but he overthrows him.
Pass is incomplete.
At halftime, close it up, and then turn the power down.
So wow.
It stops the clock with around 55 seconds in.
55.2. And here we go. With 2nd and 10. 55.2, one in the backfield.
You think maybe run and call timeout, catch him off guard?
Nope, they're gonna pass it. Here's the throw.
Anthony
To
Pitts! No!
Oh! He
Pass
just
intended
drops
for
it.
Pitts,
50
incomplete.
seconds.
And it looked like he had it for a good solid maybe 10 seconds. That looked like that ball was coming down in his arms.
And he was pretty open too.
Oh, yeah. 50 seconds now to go, 3rd and 10. If you're Weathersfield, what are you as a team going to do, Riley?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
Weathersfield...
would, because I know you have a timeout left. What I would do is, seeing how they're only rushing 4, maybe do a draw play, get some yards, and see what happens. You got a timeout.
Try and put Zapala in range
And
at
if
least.
worst comes to worst, you drain the clock and go and reset.
Here
But they
comes
won't
another
pass.
pass.
Zach Zerzola!
What?
Timeout!
By
Timeout,
Zerzola.
Weathersfield.
Timeout.
Flag on the
Next
play.
is Zerzola.
Oh, no.
There is a flag on the play.
Shot block.
Oh, dear Lord.
Illegal block below the waist called against the Eagles. That's a 15-yard penalty.
And the Weathersfield players are livid at this point.
It seems like everything that can go right just isn't.
Yeah.
Everything that could go wrong.
And everybody, and I mean, even the announcer has to say, don't heckle the refs. It's really tempting at this point.
It is very.
It is very tempting right now. So all the way back to the 49. You're kidding.
3rd and long for the Eagles.
No kidding.
On the 49-yard line.
3rd and long from the Maloney 49.
Maybe a little more. 3rd and from Rocky Hill.
Yeah.
So-
3rd in Newington.
They may just let this clock run,
Yeah.
and so they get the last play.
So we got 3rd and Windsor Locks.
Exactly. Third is Foxborough.
And
Going
they
to Connor
pass
Base.
it! Off the helmet. He
Intercepted.
almost had it. It looked like it might have been picked.
Fourth down.
Incomplete. Fourth down. Looks like fourth down in Bangor, Maine. Oh, man.
Looks like they're going to punt and just they just can't.
Punt and just try and waste the clock is
punt
what
as high
has
as
to
you can.
happen. Yeah,
Punt
there's just no point.
You want to punt it high and let it roll and just get the
Punt it
clock.
high and try and get it to maybe the 10 if you're lucky.
But not even there. Just get it high and hope it rolls and let it run. Just get out.
Let the clock run. Maybe let Maloney pick it up and have them run around under coverage. And Pace is going to get all of this
Little
one
knuckleball.
right towards the 20, and Weathersfield will down it at around the 22.
So,
With 10.7 on the clock, longest quarter of the game.
it's only been 2.
And there's only, we got 2 more to go, and we can't even feel our feet here. How I wish you were here.
First and 10 for Maloney through a 22-yard line.
You got one play. You got to just finish it.
One play, run down the clock, please. I've been holding on to this hand warmer for like an hour solid right now, and it's still going. Run by number 4. He's got room. They stop him. Clock continues running. No timeouts. Thank the Lord. We're out of here for the
And at the end of the first half, it's Maloney 21, Weathersfield 0.
So, we thank you for listening to the first half. We'll be back with the second half in a short while. We'll be turning off our microphones, and we hope you enjoy the halftime show. We'll be back a little later with a bit of a halftime report right before the start.
Every time you have an idea, it goes wrong. Go on. Oh, you're so weird. Yeah, it says, hey, I need some stuff.
More steak?
Probably like burgers or something. I don't want it. Oh, for you. Can you come with me? I don't have 5 hands.
That's right. 21-7. It's cold. I can see it's watch. Yeah, where's his gloves? It's raining.
That's not.
Good. I got wool socks. No, I got wool socks. Timberlands. I got these Timberlands. Right. Same score as this. What a joke. I mean, this is... What the kid ran the ball with?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The Weathersfield High School cheerleaders.
Where did he run the ball? Right up the middle? Did you see it? I mean, nobody was around to make the tackle or they dragged him. Just a touchdown right there. That kid would have been it. He went low. Yeah, and he scored on the next play. Walked right. Yeah, well, that's not on him. What are you gonna do? Yeah. gotta be flat. Because you didn't wear your, if you were to go play with your toes, yeah, because you're in sneakers. But when you wear your boots, with nice wool socks. I got, look, wool socks, my feet are warm. Wool socks, how good are they?
She has them over here. The little ones like this? Yeah. You put them in your shoes, too. Is my bag over here? Yeah.
Pouring you on the inside. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Weathersfield High School cheerleaders.
Kids coming out and then running on the street. They don't know where to line up with him and then run something like that. He plays the outer zone. He can't run the inside. They're supposed to stay on the outside. They have to stay on the outside when you're.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Weathersfield High School dance team.
Is that for me to sit down?
Safe and a straw. Okay, so play man.
Upside down and inside out, I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for me to get on the mic and make this tag team party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'm gonna show you the way. Boom, there it is, let me hear you say.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Weathersfield High School dance team.
Excuse me, sir. Can you? You're like totally in my shot. No, I know you're totally in the wide shot. And I just unplugged you. I was just listening to your conversation. I hope we didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna put you. Sorry. Just giving you a heads up that I can hear all the audio.
Yeah, Katie!
Allison! Have some of this. Chug it down. What? Chug it down, half of it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment tonight, welcome to the field, your pride of Weathersfield, Eagle Marching Band.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Bowles. I'm the band director, and these are the seniors of the band in front of you. They've worked incredibly hard this season, and they've been really great to work with, and we'd like to honor them all one by one tonight. If you would please give them a round of applause as we read their names, we'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Haley Baranowski.
Max Bongiovanni.
Brianna Boucher.
Brianna Garcia.
Camilla Porras.
Katie Bridges.
Justin Burchell.
Allison Ho.
Christina Lynch.
Lauren Strong.
Chris Heverin.
Sir Pierre Grasanta.
Nick Kalicharan.
Cole Nocida.
Zane Tinker.
Matt Lipka.
Dylan Kalicharan.
Maria Pena.
Text them. Mama Griffin!
And now enjoy as the 2019 Weathersfield High School Marching Band performs their production, Terraform.
the Red Fox? Is it?
Have you been there?
No.
I haven't either, but I Googled it.
The menu looks good.
Yeah. Oh, you looked at it? Okay, good. This day, if the kids gotta go out, they can go out.
Yeah, exactly.
5 is good.
That's perfect, Scott. That was a good town.
Are you warm? Let's go, David! No, my feet just warmed up. One of my feet just went totally numb. No, I can feel it when I'm moving them. So either I'm not gonna like lose my feet. Let's go, Joseph! I'm just gonna lose both my feet, or like the cold's gonna return and I'm not gonna feel anything.
I'm gonna
Just
Wethersfield High School Marching Band.
Here comes the cold where I'm not going to feel it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-50 raffle ticket is a blue ticket. The number is 214128. The winning ticket number 214128.
Like when Josh was talking, I can't hear him like this. But like I have my hood on.
That's so cool.
Jolly with
Once again, the 50-50 raffle winning ticket number is 214128.
the most powerful meme ever devised. There was like typing of the dead. The evil villain was like, I brought the shaggy house of meme and can't stop. Kyle, what are you doing? And each time kind of story, but it's the most powerful meme. Stop all memes. WHS.
Once again, we'd like to thank the game sponsor, Judson Family Chiropractic, and also the sponsors of our season, Advanced Tree Service, Anderson Meyer Insurance, Bravo Supermarkets, Cedar Mountain Stone and Mulch, Century 21 Clemens Group, Julie Limos, The Cove Deli, Future Fitness Pro, Hartford Healthcare Rehab, Hartford Healthcare Bone and Joint Institute, Holly Tree Campground, Live Right Wellness, Lozano Restaurant, MAO Electric, Platinum Fire Protection and Services. Once again, thank you to our sponsors.
I'm being joined by Riley D'Amato.
In support of our Wethersfield football boosters.
It was disappointing nonetheless, but Wethersfield gets the ball back, and if they score here, it's just, I think they have hope more than anything.
I mean, Wethersfield has come so close so many times in the last half. Just to be flat out stopped or denied, or something goes wrong, the officials make a bad call. There's so much that has gotten wrong for this Eagles team. I think the second half, everything is right, and they're gonna have to win it 28-21 is the only way I can see them winning it.
Maybe 35-28, but that's it. They have to. This run defense has to pick it up.
Oh yeah, the run defense has to get better. There's no excuses anymore. You
So
played him for a full half. You should have your energy. You should know exactly who's running it and where he's running it.
and they really haven't done much other than a dive and maybe the occasional pitch. So.
And even the occasional jet sweep. And they're still torching this defense.
Do you think that McKinnon must have gotten something in that halftime speech?
Oh, McKinnon must have fired somebody up. So here we go, getting set to kick it away.
Miles set to kick off for Maloney. Start the second half.
Riley grabbing my rusty trusty clipboard.
Here you go.
That clipboard has served me very well throughout the basketball seasons, and it will continue to serve all of us.
And it is another squib.
Unbelievable. Wait.
Oh, false start.
Oh. And that could be a big penalty to start the second half of the game.
It is a false start.
False start here.
Against Maloney.
Or offsides.
Oh.
They went past the 40 before he kicked it.
Yep.
So that will put him at 5.
So
which is huge. That's another 5.
That's another 5 added on, and that's going to have to be another 5 added on to the distance of the kick if they really want it to be effective.
But even then, with a squib, it's not getting that much.
Yeah. I mean, why do they continue to squib is the main reason. You're up by 3 scores. Kick it as far as you can. Make it harder.
It's a philosophy.
Here it is. And unfortunately, we've got nobody running the camera. That one fielded the 35. So that will be Tyron Watt.
For the Eagles. In 1st and 10.
We are wondering if Miss Coco is listening.
So they have good field position right now.
They do.
They have to capitalize or it just seems over. They only have so many possessions.
Yeah. We do ask that if Miss Coco is listening currently, we ask her to send some people out to run the camera. We've got nobody. Riley reverting back to his old job.
Alright. Let's try to do something. One in the backfield looks like it's Orsini.
There's a snap. Hands it off.
Orsini and he gets stuffed.
Oh, that is not at all where he wanted to go.
Lost the yard on the play. 2nd down.
And so here we go. 11:35 left. Ball on around the 47.
They have to capitalize.
They have to.
I can't emphasize it enough.
And Riley, you really are going in with the emphasis here.
I have to. They've been denied too many times. They don't have any chances left.
So here we go. Eagles with sand running through the hourglass at this point. And the snap. Silver drops back. Oh! What a play by number 71. He just takes out Rory Stickley.
71 is white.
And 71 is a unit.
But
Lost 5 yards.
It looked like a horse collar. You got hot.
Oh, yeah.
3rd down.
And so one in the backfield. Snaps the ball. Dropping back is Silver. He throws deep. Oh, just out of his hand.
4th down.
And that will bring up 4th down. I'm trying to read the number on who that was. That might have been Stickley again. It was. So Rory Stickley again flat out denied the chance.
And now they have to punt, and this defense has to be spotless for the rest of the game for a chance.
Absolutely. If they allow one more scoring drive, this game might be over. And so it looks like Miss Coco now going back to be our cameraman here. We don't know where the other 3 of them went.
Decent punt.
And that is a good punt down towards the 25. It's still rolling.
Yeah, around the 21, 22.
1st and 10 for Maloney.
And a good start.
A turnover is maybe needed just to...
A turnover is definitely needed if this team wants to keep with the pace of the Spartans here. I think if Maloney keeps it out into the 4th quarter up by 21 still, this game's over.
Yeah.
I say they have to score right here in this quarter or it's over.
At least once, maybe even twice.
Yeah. So here we go. They really do gotta keep this game perfect for Maloney. If you're Weathersfield, you gotta try and completely ruin this game.
Oh, he's open.
It's a play action screen towards number 11 who's wide open down the sidelines. He's got blocking, look at him go.
Race connects with
no one was on him.
Picks up a 1st down
the guy
for
blocked,
Maloney.
there's no one else.
Absolutely nobody covering number 11 who races down the sidelines.
Let's go, defense!
So with absolutely nobody running down there, that's got to be an embarrassment. Here's a snap. Hands it off.
And he is...
No, he spins out of it.
He got to around 5 or maybe 4.
He will get to around the 49, maybe the 50. It will be the 50. Weathersfield needs some semblance of composure here right now.
Play 2nd down.
They need something to compose themselves, and they need that something to be now.
They need
There's a snap.
Still some flag.
And there is number 4 for the first. And right now, you know, you said it wasn't going to be an embarrassment if they lost tonight, but I mean, losing like this has got to be an embarrassment.
It really has to.
And a team that was, you know, a loss here tonight, and then they need to beat Hall and then Newington to hit the playoffs.
Always close, and this team lost to Newington.
Newington is always a fantastic game to watch. And there's number 4.
He is stuffed at the line.
Ah, yeah.
Target picks up 2 yards on the play, second down.
So if you're Wethersfield, let's say you drop this game, what is your strategy going into the final 2 games of the season to avoid being a 3-loss team and missing the playoffs?
Yeah, maybe even a 4, like you can't count Hall, however. But you get that, and after that, you have to give everything you have against Newington. It's home, and you have to get everything, literally everything.
Of course.
So running the backfield, here we go.
Getting set. Looks like some confusion on the Wethersfield defense. 1 in motion. Snaps the ball. Spins again. But it's going to be Zach Zerzola who applies the initial hit. They bring down number 4.
Zerzola and Rossini.
Coach McKinnon talking towards number 83, who is not on the roster apparently.
Maybe he got bloody or something on the jersey that changed it.
Maybe. We've seen that in basketball before. I believe that happened in one of the first games with Jake Harrington. Had a bloody nose, got blood on the jersey, had to change.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Definitely. Up come the Eagles.
If you see maybe a pass coming.
Definitely. I could see another run play, but a pass play is Devin Riley. You were right. He gets there, 22 wide open. He plows through the defense. I say Maloney scores here, this game is over.
Liam picks up a first down for the Spartans.
So here we go. Right from the 30, not at all what Wethersfield was in for tonight.
They really were just not expecting, and they're just,
Maloney has come out and it's been strictly business here. They've come out and they've played a good game and they came here to get it done tonight, and that is something Wethersfield did not do. Here's a snap. They run it up the middle, and there he is again. Taking it right up the gut.
Turner picks up 4 yards on the play. Second.
So with that one, Maloney getting set again.
And it just seems like you can't stop him.
With about 6 minutes to go in the third, it's the first and the third that have gone very well. Or that have gone very fast, is what I mean to say. First and third quarters going very fast.
Motion, it looks like it's going to be a draw play.
Here's a snap. No, it's going to be a pitch. So he pitches it out, flag on the play. Number 4 ran for a first.
Target the ball carrier, there's a flag.
Looks like it's holding.
Holding call.
It will be holding on Maloney.
So that gives us a chance.
10 yards from the
Looks like if you can really hear, you've got some chimes in the background from the band moving down below and behind us. Band doing a fantastic job here at all these games, and we thank them for attending here. So here we go.
It's like second and 15.
Second and 15. Looks like a motion here. Number 1, number 9, and number 22 all moving down towards the side.
It looks like
it's towards the left side.
Like they may pass it.
The snap. He will, but he's pressured immediately into a bad throw. Number 4 makes it, and I think
it was a design screen.
Wow. I think when you pass it to number 4, it can't be a bad pass.
Not at all. And
target first down for Maloney.
And here we go with another first down for this Maloney offense that has been dominating here tonight.
And don't discredit their defense, who's also been making
Oh, yeah. Maloney has been an all-around threat
First and
on
10
both sides of
for
the ball.
Spartans at the Eagle
You
12-yard
can't count
line.
them out, and you can't count them in either. I wouldn't count them in on the state championship conversation, but I would count them in on a fairly good playoff run with a run to number 4, who stiff arms Connor Pace. Into the end zone he goes.
Carver picks up a Spartan touchdown.
And not what this defense needed, giving up another touchdown with under 5 minutes to go in the third.
It looks like it may be out of reach.
Oh yeah, this one's definitely out of reach here tonight.
Unless they get really lucky.
Unless they can get seriously lucky, this game's over. Here's a snap, fires it.
And right there,
That will go.
Point is good.
Splitting the uprights.
4 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Maloney 28, Weathersfield 0.
And so the Eagles are going to really have to play good football to get back in this
More
one
than good.
in a game that's really out of reach.
Just maybe make it competitive, so going into next you have something to build on, like something.
Trying to have something going into Hall, and I know this is a big game for them. They really needed this game to go right going into a team like Hall on the road.
A 2-loss team barely makes it. So they may, once they get that 2-loss, they may have to play a team like Hand again, and that
They might
not
and,
so well.
Yeah.
So they really, after this, they really are in desperation.
They really are in danger at that point.
Again, assuming this win.
And here we go. And so hoping maybe another squib coming here. The fans getting rowdy on the Maloney side. Kick on the way. Squibbed. That one picked up just inside the 20. He's got nowhere to go as he gets brought down.
Roy Stickley on the return.
So we hope you'll join us tomorrow morning for the JV game. We hope you join us tomorrow morning. It won't be broadcast, however, we will be out here doing the PA announcing.
First and 10.
A little better with the sun, yeah, definitely.
33-yard line.
We have a little warm.
Definitely we would have the sun, so it'd be very good.
Alright. Shotgun.
And here we go. Silver with one in the backfield, getting set, snaps the ball, he hands it off to Orsini. Orsini with some room.
Face mask.
Oh, the face mask, and then he gets brought down to number 17. And there's no hiding that one. I mean, I can see that one clear as day.
From all the way
Personal
back.
foul. Face
Yeah, from
mask
all the way
called
in the
against
back of the
Maloney.
stands.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
You can tell really none of the
And an Eagle
Weathersfield
first down.
fans have begun filing out here.
It's good. It's
A
amazing.
very loyal fan base
They
here.
will stay until the end, especially in this weather.
First
Yeah.
and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
I mean, I think what personally it would be is I think it would be understandable if fans started filing out since of how cold it is.
I would.
If this was a sunny night, everyone would still be here.
This is the 2 o'clock and people, yeah.
Definitely.
Or that's,
If it was just a little warmer, I think we'd have a bigger crowd. And getting set on a first down from the 40 for the 48. One in motion, that's Orsini. Snap, but a flag on the play.
that'll be a false start.
Flag on the play, it's a false start called
Start on
against the Eagles.
Weathersfield. Well, much to the fans' chagrin there.
5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Fans not a big fan of that call. 4 minutes now remain in the third quarter. in a game that seems just out of reach for Wethersfield. We love to play the optimist here, but at this point, yeah, just might be.
Quarterback sneaking and he gets maybe a yard.
Wow.
Silver keeps the ball. No gain on the play.
And so, and now, with nobody in motion, snap by Silver, he drops back. He throws deep.
Rory Stickley.
Oh, Stickley almost has it and drops
Incomplete.
it. And Stickley looks like he might be hurt. Scott's going to run out onto the field here, and we have an injury. It looks like he might be grabbing his arm. So we'll be right back with a quick break here. So now Stickley getting up under his own power. We welcome you back here. Stickley actually walking under his own power as well.
Which is good.
That is phenomenal for Rory.
Yeah.
Guy was down for as long as he was, getting up and then moving again. Very good. I mean, obviously he's coming off the field since the trainer had to hit the field. But on a third down here, 3:04 left to play in the third. I'm reaching to put my hood back up here because it is getting colder as the night drags on. Night and the game drags on here.
It's always the third quarter.
It's always the third quarter getting you the longest. Happens in JV too. Third quarter always happens to be the longest.
Yeah, show up.
Just goes to show here. Third quarter that was going very fast as of late. Now at the stop. Yeah, here's a snap by Silver. He drops back. He throws to absolutely nobody. But a flag on the play. That might come on number 77.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it's roughing the passer.
It might
Personal
be.
foul, roughing the passer against Maloney.
Get it a little high.
Yeah.
Right now.
And you can hear actually our offensive and defensive coordinators, I believe. You can hear our coaches. Fantastic. So with that I believe will be a first down.
15-yard penalty and a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So first and 10, maybe this is a small spot to make it close.
So yeah, this is definitely some kind of a spot you want to have. And it's Orsini in motion. Snaps the ball, fires. Oh, Johnny Orsini!
Silver connects.
What a catch!
With Orsini picks up an Eagle first down.
That takes concentration, it really does.
That is definitely a big catch.
Do you usually power back on that? Who unplugged these?
I didn't.
Have you ever plugged them in?
Well, wouldn't they work?
What?
Wouldn't they work if they were?
Here's a snap. Throws. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Second down.
And so, did we lose?
Guys, when I gave you these, nobody ever plugged them in?
No, is that bad?
Yes.
Did we just lose the whole game?
So there was no cameras.
No, we've had power, but I didn't want to operate off the batteries.
Oh.
Alright, good.
So here we go.
Snapped. Pass.
Fires. Oh, just broken up by number 9.
Pass is incomplete.
Broken up by
Third down.
Grimace.
Number 9 breaks up the pass. And here we go. 1:54.
Looking grim.
Yeah, not looking like the odds are really backing the Eagles here. Not backing the blue on this one. Here's a snap. Big throw.
And a catch!
Oh, he brought it down, but a flag on the play. Touchdown!
Who was that? Number 2
Wow, that could not have been Stickley.
Yeah, it was.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play, that was Stickley. Whoa!
We gotta submit that to ESPN.
Rory Stickley, what a catch! And that's why you try and pass to him through and through. It didn't look like a great situation or a great strategy, but they keep throwing to Stickley, and Stickley just managed to make it stick
The touchdown
at
is
the end
good.
of that one.
There's a pass interference called against Maloney. Sets it at the kickoff.
So they will assess that penalty at the kickoff. Was pass interference.
What? 15.
I believe it was pass interference there on Maloney.
I forgot what it is in high school. But it is. So on the kickoff that, maybe we'll get him back more. Maybe
A little bit. Well, I mean, if you're the Eagles, are you trying to go for a squibbed onside or something?
When you're at the 50, you may want to just get it to maybe the 5 or 10 and try to keep hitting them.
Yeah. Well, here we go. They're going to go for 2. Snaps the ball. Hands it off to Orsini. No, he keeps it.
And?
No, he's just not in there. Good stop by Maloney.
No good.
But with the final minute 47 to go in the third quarter, first time the Eagles have been shut out an entire half, I believe.
This year.
This is not the game they wanted, but that is the spark they needed to get back in this one.
Just be a little late.
And just might be a little late. But a spark is a spark, and they have gotten themselves composed for this third quarter run. Maybe Matt Silver trying to work his way through here with Rory Stickley. And you know, you'd think it would be the Silver Pace connection. Tonight it's been the Silver Stickley.
45.
You're kidding. This has to be an onside now.
It could be like worse comes to worse. They're still in their territory.
Yeah, exactly.
So number 4 is kicking. Who's number 4?
Number 4, that is Vasilios Zaporis.
So it's probably onside. He's not.
So no, he's a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Vasi coming on to kick, and it's not Andre Vasilevsky of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Our Vasi in Vasilios Zaporis.
I would assume an onside here.
I would assume an onside. Well, I mean, if he's only got to kick it so far, I mean, you could bring him on and get him some experience. It's not an onside at all. It's caught at the 10. But they open a hole for number 4 down the middle. They bring him down around the 30. I don't know how did they bring on Vasilios to come and kick the ball? He's not even a kicker, I don't believe.
I've never seen him kick.
I've never seen him kick either, not even in JV.
Yeah. So
For the Spartans.
And he is usually JV's starting quarterback.
yes.
And so he wasn't last week due to the Saturday game, but usually they're putting Vasi in to start JV.
And you will be this weekend.
Oh yeah, we will see him on Saturday. Don't forget the 3-day weekend, so we got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I cannot wait to have Monday to sleep in for.
course.
Oh man, it's all about catching some Z's.
Number 4 again,
And number 4, look at the room for him. You're kidding.
Orsini
It looks
will
like
catch.
Orsini. Does he hold him though? He gets him. But right around the 16.
Cover on the carry. This is way into Eagle territory. Finally brought down by number 21, Johnny Orsini.
And you know, you think everything's going right. You think you got it all figured out. And then the Spartans come right in.
First and 10 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
Maybe that's why they went for 2, because I don't see Sapala in sight. Maybe
Oh,
he got
yeah.
injured or something, I forgot.
Well, who knows? I don't think he got injured.
I saw him with Scott, but
Might be checking something out about having a cold leg. I certainly have 2. Got 2 cold legs here today. Can't even feel my feet. Here's a snap. Hands it off. Room down the middle.
That's tripped up.
Looks like he might have been brought down by number 56 in Ryan Barassi.
And it just deflated right now.
Oh yeah.
Carver picks
A
up 5
flat
yards on the
crowd
play. Second
here.
down.
Flat end of the bleachers here. Trying to warm up as little we can here. Second down, and it looks like they might be letting the clock run out here. Number 4 runs it down the field. He's got room. No touchdown.
What a first.
But a first down.
And that will end the quarter.
And that will certainly end the third quarter. We get set for the final 12 minutes of this game. Final 12 minutes of tonight's game, 28-6. This one a little out of reach of the Eagles, unless the Eagles pull out some semblance of a miracle.
Maybe more than one.
Yeah. They may need multiple miracles. The Eagles trying to get rowdy down on the sidelines for the fourth quarter here.
Well, no, but I want to see it.
And so they switch spots down the field, and Riley, you know, fourth quarter, what changes are you making? Oh, okay. Riley, what changes are you making to try and win this fourth quarter at least? Trying to at least put some points up.
What changes I would make is you got to start just starting to punch the ball more than tackle. That's your only chance. You need fumble. Like you can't, because number 4 is going all over you no matter what. You just got to hope for the fumble.
Oh, definitely. And so here we go. 12 minutes, the final 12 of the evening. Then we'll see you in 3 weeks' time for the Thanksgiving game. They got Hall, then they have the week off, and then they've got that Thanksgiving game on Wednesday night. Hand off to number 4, up the middle, touchdown. And they will put another one in. And so this game looking a little out of reach here. A little more than just a little out of reach. Five touchdowns in this one. I think that is the most the Eagles have allowed all season other than the hand game.
Yeah. That wasn't maybe 1 or 2 more.
And that was maybe a 42, 52 point game for hand.
The extra point is good.
And they split the uprights.
By Jaden Miles. With 11 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the game. Maloney 35. Weathersfield 6.
So with Weathersfield with 6 points here. I figure this game's got to be over.
What do you think? What happened? Like they were 5-6 seed. What happened to this team?
I think tonight Weathersfield was kind of thinking they were maybe they overthought this game in the film room. You know, coming off a game Saturday, they might not have had all the rest they needed. Yeah. Maybe one more day would have made a difference. as unlikely as that would be.
We need power outage.
Definitely. We need a power outage. That's what we need. We need the power outage. We'll play the rest tomorrow. They'll have rest. We'll play all our games Saturday now.
Yes.
It's a foolproof plan, Riley, I tell you. Here we go. 11:53 to go in the fourth quarter. So 7 seconds into this quarter. Down 35-6.
I just think you need some, just to take in the next game so you don't feel deflated.
Yeah. I'm expecting another squib here.
That's all they've done.
But I also am expecting the Eagles maybe to run something different here. Maybe the Eagles get another deep drive and try an onside, maybe? Yeah, it won't hurt. And here's the kick. That will be short. It bounces high. And there goes number 28. That is Haku Mercado. So Haku Mercado.
It's not the night for Weathersfield in any way.
Just not the night. Too cold. Too cold. Not good football conditions. The passing game, which was their bread and butter, usually just was not working.
And their pass defense just got overshadowed.
The pass defense was not. The run defense. Well, that's anybody who watches film going against Weathersfield knows that the running game is going to be a problem.
Get something.
Yeah.
It's back to the line.
Sini, the ball carrier, makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Now what Weathersfield wanted here, and I think what Weathersfield should do is chew up the clock, send some folks home, and ready for bed, because I know I am.
We all are.
We are all set for bed after this one. So if you've left the stream early, we do thank you for watching. Don't forget, after this game, we'll see you in 3 weeks playing the Newington game. Johnny Orsini swallowed up by number 17 and number 99. That is the day before Thanksgiving. It is a half day at school that day. For those students watching that just did not want to brave the elements to come make tonight's game. Ooh.
I do not blame you.
Yeah. Would not blame, no blame for skipping on this one for the cold.
But not for the Newington one.
Oh no, to the Newington one, it's an obligation.
You gotta be here.
If you don't show up for the Newington game, you're not a real Weathersfield kid, and you can't change my mind. You don't exist in Weathersfield unless you've shown up for the Thanksgiving game once in your high school career. Fire from Silver.
Stickley that was a great play on Sticky. Breaking it up there.
Oh, Stickley trying to get there and then forcing the defender out.
It was very...
great play on Stickley's behalf. Fourth down. Well, of course, they can't just throw it from around the 40-yard line.
Well, like, it's already over.
On a fourth down play, you got to make it at least interesting here. 10:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. You're hoping Maloney chews up the clock here at the end. Now some fans, actually that was a while back. A few people headed for the gate. Not anymore, no one even in the Southern Concourse. Everybody in their seats here for the fourth quarter. That one down to around the 31.
Of course. For staying here, it shows a lot about what we have here.
It shows a lot of heart from the fans. So we do thank the fans most of all for making all these broadcasts possible. As well as showing up night in, night out to all of the football games. Certainly a hearty fan base in Weathersfield. You can't deter them from anything, can you?
Anyways.
So here we go, ball setting out at the 31.
Like Maloney just choose the clock. Let's hope they choose the clock.
And that really is the hope, definitely. Let's kill the clock here tonight. It's going to be a handoff to number 4, who's got room. Look at him go. It'll be pushed out of bounds by Tyron Watt.
James Tyron, ball carrier.
Tyron Watt pushing it out of bounds.
Down for the Spartans.
10:05 is where the clock stops. And here's a snap.
Again, a run.
And there it is, off towards the side. 4 with some room. He'll be brought down. 10 left. I'm about to
Picks up 5
text my
yards on the
parents
play.
come pick me up after this.
Second down.
Coming all the way from Glastonbury. I gotta get him here early. Have him warm up the car for me. That's what I gotta do. Unbelievable night here for Wethersfield. Not at all what they were thinking was gonna happen coming into tonight. And here's a snap. Running the ball.
Done it well, but
Final 9 minutes.
Pick up a yard on the play, third down.
And so, 33 Hardy fans still tuning in to tonight's game, at least what is the believed number at the time.
that was like the max, which is great.
So we thank all of you for tuning in tonight. It's been a phenomenal night, and we thank you for letting us be your commentators. Run play, wow. That'll bring up a 4th down with 8.5 to go here in the 4th.
Down for a loss.
Oh, definitely punt.
Or not?
Once they want to run it and just keep the clock going, I wouldn't blame them.
But right when the knee
22
goes down
Kyle
fast
Edmond.
anyways, yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, and on comes the special teams. 35-6 with 8:10 to go. So not at all what anybody had thought this game was going to come out to be. Certainly I thought it was going to be a closer game, definitely.
All of us did a 5 to 6 seed.
A 5 and a 6 seed getting ready. One in the backfield on this punt. Snap.
Almost blocked. That's a high call, and he just lets it go.
It's a high fly punt going right out of bounds, right around the 23.
That goes out of bounds at the
23-yard line.
23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So at the 23, Eagles are looking to try and maybe put this one to bed here.
Maybe just try to get one more touchdown.
Maybe get one more touchdown and ride that wave on into the Hall game in another week.
2 weeks to prepare for Newington.
Definitely. And 2 weeks to prepare for Newington would be phenomenal, but that game is a Wednesday, so technically it is 1 week to prepare. That'll be the first Friday without football, really.
No.
First Friday where the football season hasn't happened. That's always the toughest Friday for the high school. Yeah, the first Friday without football at the end of the season, always tough.
But
You know, Dr. Pepper's been running ads for Fansville. I think if anywhere is Fansville, it's right here. Snaps the ball.
and Orsini gets swallowed.
Orsini just gets, it's like running into a brick wall. There was nowhere for him to go.
There hasn't been at all.
A loss of 2, I believe, on the player. No, loss of 1. So 2nd and 11. $7:17 to go. So 7:09 to go. Some confusion here. No one calling plays yet. Now Wethersfield trying to get
Maybe
everybody.
trying to chew clock.
I think definitely they're trying to chew clock. I think both teams have come to that unanimous agreement. No one wants to be out here anymore. Snap. Orsini runs the ball.
Yeah, I think we're just done.
Yeah, I think this game is over. Love to be optimistic, but I think this game is just over.
And Vasilios checks in.
Oh, Vasilios checking in for Matt Silver. Maybe going to try and get him some varsity playing time.
Maybe Matt Silver don't want to risk the injury.
Yeah.
It's over.
You know, final 6.5 of another week at the end of the year. Maloney getting hyped up.
Congrats to them. Like,
Surprise win, definitely.
Like,
Snap. Vassie will throw, and he misses Anthony Pitts by a mile. Anthony Pitts gets overthrown by about 4 yards. That'll bring on the special teams with 4th and long.
There you go. Silver's punt.
So just waiting for Connor Pace to deliver the punt. Hopefully the final drive of the game. Hopefully they manage to get enough yardage to have the last 6 minutes of this game blow by. And that one up in the air towards the 50, rolling, keep on rolling.
All the way
41, 40, 39. And a good punt that rolls all the way to the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Oh, and one of the Maloney players is down, having trouble getting up. 5:56 to go. He's not getting up. Whoa. My feet are hurting pretty good. They're going to help him up, and they're going to carry him off the field. So by carrying him off the field, I don't know who Caden could be calling to at this point.
He's not in the green.
And so still 5:56 left.
Timeout, Maloney.
So why would oh man, Maloney calling a timeout, not good. Riley, what you got planned for this 3-day weekend here?
JV football.
JV football. I got JV football, I got some sleep, and I got a nice heater in my room just waiting for me.
Yeah.
Got a nice warm bed calling my name. Not even Caden can wait to get home here. He's like physically shaking. Yeah, I think any of us would be. So Caden just kind of shaking over there. Kind of like he's going, kind of like a 6-year-old going through withdrawal after Halloween.
Alright.
Here we go.
They finally took out number 4, and looks like they're going to shoot some block.
So snap. No, get him behind the line. Number 83, who's not on the roster. And now he's hurt.
No, someone's hurt. Yeah, we'll stop
And
the clock.
Scott running onto the field here. Oh. And he's screaming. It's not good. We are gonna take a quick break here. And he will get up under his own power. Well, not under his own power. He'll be hoisted up by 2 of the coaches and Scott. Not an idyllic night here. 5:39 left to go. Number 73 will walk off the field. with now 5:26, clock rolling now. Clock rolling and the final 5 minutes underway. Here we go, we'll snap the ball. Hands it off to number 17, who gets absolutely demolished behind the line. So still now 5 minutes to go.
Third down.
She's here.
You can see on the Eagles bench just some frustration from the Eagles players here. One coming from 58, I believe it was Ryan Salemi. So senior night, just could not get one through. And frustration on the face of all the players here. Snap, and he's again destroyed behind the line of scrimmage. We're going up 4th down with 4 minutes left. And so, we've been saying "and so" quite a bit. Just trying to get sent home. Looks like another ambulance pulling in, if we're not mistaken here. Probably just checking in on how the game has been going. I know no one definitely getting transported. Here's the snap. They'll punt it. I don't think they're going to throw a flag on there. They're just going to let this one ride. Up towards the 54-yard line.
Riley, you're the smartest person wearing boots. Can you do me a favor? Can you just...
And so with 3:17, they'll let the clock keep rolling. And so the final 3 minutes of tonight's game. Vasilios Zaporis on the field still.
It looks like a lot of the subs are coming in.
So number 62 walking onto the field, that is Cooper Morrow.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Their own 46-yard line.
Let's go, Eagles!
Looks like it's going to
snap. That is number... No, that's number 19. And so number 19 and Jay Sosha.
Pick up over a yard on the play.
And Jay Sosha, fellow sophomore.
As we hit 0,
Second
you
down.
say freezing, and then we are just gonna. If you guys can just help me, just for 2 seconds.
I gotta. No, I really gotta go.
I can help.
Like my parents coming from Glastonbury.
I know you're. Oh, thank you very much.
I can help. All right. Just trying to get something down.
And here we go, 2 minutes to go. Snaps the ball, snap is low. Hands it off. 19, and I'm surprised they didn't put in TJ Smith.
So she picks up 4 yards on the play.
Maybe.
3rd down.
Under 2 minutes to go. We thank you all for sticking with us here this evening. If you have.
Let's show the stands.
No, it's pretty full.
It's a pretty full set here tonight. Full crowd here. There's another run up the middle. 4th down with 1.5 minutes to go. And on comes the special teams unit with Jay Sosha, another 2-yard gain. I actually have a couple of classes with Jay here. I'm pretty sure his week, he was not thinking he was going to play varsity football tonight.
Hey, you got the chance and you got some yards.
Got the chance and he got some playing time as well. Snap, it's high, Pace is there, he fires it. Pace boots it to the 20, rolling towards the 17, 18. Should be where it lands. 50 seconds to go, and fans now starting to file out in the final 50.
Down at the 18
They will rush it right out of here.
They gotta take 1 snap. Or maybe 2.
I think the final snap of the game here tonight. What has been a well-fought game. The Eagles certainly did try.
Thank you for doing this.
No problem. Riley, I wish I could have you on here more.
I'd love to.
So the final 20 seconds, let the clock run out and meet down on the 50.
That's it. Thank
So
you all
that
for
is the
stopping
game.
by,
We thank
and that is it.
you for listening to tonight's game. My name is Jimmie Clark on behalf of Riley D'Amato. We're signing off with a 35-6 final
And
score.
see you next time.
We'll see you in 3 weeks against Newington. Have a good night, everybody.
That was not good.
Jeez, my hands are freezing.